Okay, it says that I'm live, so I'm not 100% sure. Let me know how this sound is coming out. I know I'm kind of off with the camera a little bit, and there's a reason for that. Tonight, you're about to see something different. This live stream is going to be a working live stream. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I'll make gear like this. I'm going to make a shirt or a few shirts for the 2025 protest, and I'm donating to the professor because it's his protest and I owe him. So I'm going to donate some gear to him. Let me go on Facebook real quick and open this up over here because I'm trying to open it up on both sides because it's a little different. It's gonna be a little different. Let's see something. Let me go to public. Man, I love this new laptop. This thing is so fast. Thank you. All right, got it open on Facebook. Man, this thing is like super quick. So I'm kind of off from the camera. I'm looking at my screen right here where I can see where you guys are typing. What up, Christian? And my camera is right here because it has to aim that way so you guys can see exactly what I'm about to do. Now I got my other laptop right here. See, with my other laptop, this right here, I actually do all my work on. I do it. He says it's freaky fast. So I'm gonna try to turn this laptop on real quick because this is my actual work laptop. This is where I have all my stuff on. Actually, I'm working on a new intro as well. So I'm gonna open up my other laptop while I'm sitting here with you guys. And I'm going to go to my old file that has this shirt here. Let's see. What is this? D-Day protest? Let me go see if I can find this in here. Maybe it's way down here at Uber. Let me look down in the Uber stuff down here. Let's see. Uber decline out. Oh, here it is. Bam. So 1, 2. So this is kind of how it works. Now, you guys, I'm hoping this sound comes up pretty good. What up, Christian Fike? What's up? What's up, Darius? So when I open my other, so this is what it looks like. This is what all my other stuff looks like. So everything's on this laptop. This is how all of my designs are made on this one. Now, I'm going to have to do some changing around. I'm going to have to go and find out what match, how many shirts have I created? You don't even want to know. Hey, easily over 100 designs. There's a lot. I can go into this design file right here. Let me see. Let me go open. So these are all the designs. Like you probably can't even see. You see all those files? All those files are the designs, but there's pages of them. Like I can go down like this and just keep going down. These are all shirt designs I've created, but that's only in one folder. I have a whole different, this is a whole nother folder right here. This orange one is an entire different folder with a lot of other designs in there, a lot of other designs. So I don't even open, and I have them categorized in there. That's my M109R folder. All my M109R designs are in there. It's crazy in there, man. So, hey, yeah, Lip, I haven't heard what's going on with Lip Rep. We're going to do a different live stream tonight. So I may not be going back and forth with the chat as much because I want to get this done. But so right now I got this. This is the Uber D-Day. I'm going to make the same design for 2025 in this file, just so I don't have to have 2 files of protest shirts. But I'm showing you guys like the back end, like how I do it, how long it really takes me to make a shirt, even with the designs that I already have created. Now, I'm going to have to recreate something just so, what up, Silvino? Love you, brother. I'm going to have to recreate something so I can make the professor's file, because I know they're doing something different. They got that no love going on. So what I'm going to do is I got to go and find his no love file. I got to go find that file so I can see what it looks like. And once I see I have a backup. You see this big thing on the back right here? That's a terabyte drive. Now that's a 320 gig. This is a 320 gig drive, and this is a separate drive. So this is about 150. This is 320. Everything's saved on here, but everything's also saved in here. So if this crashes, I just pull this off, and it's got its own cable and everything, and I can just run it through this other laptop. Oh, trust me, I got redundant systems going, man. I go nuts. People are like, what's that on the back? This is a whole separate hard drive right there. It's an external hard drive that I just got like double-sided to the back of the laptop. But let me see some. Yeah, it gets kind of crazy in here running all these different laptops and stuff. But this is my big heat press. So this right here, you're going to see this at the very end. You're going to see me actually make the shirts at the very end. But for right now, I have to go to the professor's channel, or maybe I'll just go into an email, because I know he sent me some in an email. So I'm going to go into my Gmail real quick, see how many emails he sent me. I know it's something in here from him. Oh, let me look. No, I don't think he sent me anything lately. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me type in Torsten. Hold up. Let's see something. T-O-R. Torsten. Let's open this up. Okay, he sent me something on Monday. No, that was December the 16th. Okay, let me go look at another email. Wait a minute. I need to go look in Yahoo, because I'm telling you, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Say upgrade. I got a 5 terabyte back. Man, I've had these same files and everything since 2015. I've been doing it since 2015 with everything you see. 2015. Trust me. I got this shit under control. I ain't lost shit since 2015. I start fucking up and changing everything around, and I lose everything. Oh. Nah, it signed me out because I'm in the other one. Hold up. Oh, hold up, man. I knew this. Jeez. Now I can't get in my email. All right, never mind. Let's leave that one alone. So we're gonna have to recreate this just based on what I can do. So you need to start doing the digital transfer for the shirts. Oh no, I'm not doing sublimation. Fuck that. I don't do enough shirts. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. The reason why I want to do this is to show you guys that making shirts, you don't make a lot of money. If you screen print, you can make a lot of money. Screen printing, you can do like, 15, 20 shirts an hour screen printing. The way I do it, I might be able to make like 3, 4 in an hour. I don't know, maybe 3, 4. But my designs, I can do 1. With screen print, you don't want to make that huge ass mess for one shirt. It's a waste. You're wasting tons of ink, tons of times, making a complete mess. With this is very clean. It's easy. I can make 1 shirt at a time. I can make 1 design. I can make 15. It don't make a difference. There's a reason why we got different ways to do shirts. Sublimation is a whole nother ordeal right there. Digital transfer, I make more money driving and doing mechanic work than digital transfer. So I would be taking money out of my own pocket to do that shit. And I can make $150 an hour driving. I'm not making $150 an hour doing shirts. So I don't want to waste my time doing shirts. I do this for fun. I do this because I like to do it. I do it in my spare time. I don't do it to make a living. If you wanted to do it to make shirts to make a living, you need screen printing. That's the only way you're going to make money. It's screen printing, not this way. Sublimation, you can make money too. Sublimation is where you take the actual image and you just press the actual image on the shirt and everything. And you can probably do it a whole lot faster, but that's more expensive. Shirts are more expensive, everything. So let me go in here. I'm going to change this 2024 to 2025. All right. And that was easy. So now it says 2025 because all you got to do is just kind of go, you're done. It changes that fast. And that's why I have these files in here, because I can change it to whatever I want to change it to. And it's February 14, 2025. All right, protest. It says D-Day. I don't want D-Day. So I want the no love. So what I got to do is exactly, screen print don't last long. Like I got shirts in my closet that are like 3, 4 years old and they still look brand new because this is vinyl. It never fades. I got shirts 3, 4 years on. I could wear it today and you think I just made it yesterday. That's why I like doing it this way, because the shirts I use top of the line shirts. I don't use like the $2, $3 shirts because that shit is worthless. My shirts cost like 3, 4 times that much for each shirt. And so people, just go get the $2 shirts. I don't like wearing $2 shit. Each one of my shirts are $6, $7, $8, but then you got to do all the work to it plus the shipping. The most you can make on a shirt is about, let's say, $6, $7, maybe $8 on a shirt in profit. But you're only making 1 to 2 shirts an hour sometimes. So you're making $8 to $16 an hour doing shirts this way. which is why I don't make a lot. Like if you got one of my shirts, trust me, you're in rare fucking company, because I don't make shirts all the time. You be like, dude, I got one of his shirts. A lot of people don't, because I'll be motherfuckers like, hey man, what? Nope. I shut my website down sometimes when I don't want to fucking be bothered, because I give my time for this. This is my time. It's you don't make a lot of money doing this. This is all about time. So so what I can do is inside of this file here, like you can't see, but in the bottom corner down here, it gives me like basic shapes. I got a couple of hearts down there. So what I want to do is I want to get a heart, and I want to make sure I get a heart because I know he's got a heart on it. Then I got to get a circle. I have to find a circle. Then I got to make an inner circle, and then I got to get a bar, because he's got that, you know, that no sign, no love sign or whatever. I don't think I have that in here, because that's a special designer sign. Let me see if I can go find it. I don't know what to call it though. What do you call it? It's like a circle, but it's like with the line through it. What do you call that? Appreciate it, Chris. Hey man, this quality is good. Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. I run my shirts. I wear them for years. I still got long sleeve shirts in there that I made in 2016, 17, and I'll put them on. They look like I just made them like yesterday, because I hang them up. I never dry my clothes. What I do is I'll let them tumble on low, maybe sometimes on medium. I'll wash them in like cold, let them tumble in medium, and that way, you know, it keeps my material black. It doesn't fit, because heat fades everything. When you wash your clothes in high heat, it's burning out the dyes, it's burning out the tint, it's cooking your fabric, it's cooking the letters, it's cooking all the adhesives and stuff. So you go through clothes a lot faster when you run high heat. I just tumble my shit. I'll throw dryer sheets in there, tumble it on either low or medium, hang them up. They smell fresh as hell. Sometimes when I get them out, they're not really damp, but they're a little warm, but you can still feel they got like a little humidity to them. Hang them up and they actually iron themselves. It's like pretty cool shit. This is what I got them in like 2020. Yeah, exactly. Let me see. 2021. I'm gonna see. This is the circle with a line. There it is. Circle with a line through it symbol. That's what they call it. All right, let me see. Oh, cool. They got tons of them in here. So this is what I do. So I'm going to show you like this. Like you can see all these. These are all the circle with a line through it. So everything is circle with the line through it. And I can grab any one of these and import it into my system because it's a basic shape. So I can import this into my system, and now I can start working on a professional design. We're going to do this for him because, like I said, I owe him anyways, because he gave 10 people on my channel one of his courses. He gave him a course. So I'm going to return the favor, and I'm going to make him a few shirts, and he can actually do the protest shirts. He can have one, and he can probably give some out, do a live stream and give some out. I don't know. But I want to, he did something nice for us, so I want to turn around and do something nice for him. Thank you. Hey, their shirts are better than what you can buy at the store. Oh, yeah, brother. So let me see. I want to grab a design. So this is the design I'm going to grab. This one. It's blue, but it doesn't make a difference. I just need something that I can clean. So I right-click it, save image as. It opens up all of my other images, but I don't want to save it. I want to save it as an all file. My designs. Okay, so these are all my designs. And I can just call it, it says circle with the line through it. Fine, save it, whatever. And that's what they're going to call it, circle with a line through it. So now I can go back into my files here, and I'm going to open it. I'm going to say trace image, browse, and I can go into my designs, and I can find anything that says circle with the line through it. Bam, there it is. So now when I open my file, this is what it looks like inside of my files. You can see all my stuff is over here, but I found the circle with a line through it. There it is. So I'm going to import it. And now, okay, bam, now it's mine. Let me go over here. This is actually how I work when I'm doing shirts. So you can see it right above the D-Day. You can see it right here. So I imported it. It's my image now. So now that it's my image, I can do whatever I want to do. Flip it left, flip it right. Doesn't make a difference. I don't know which way Professor has his no love sign. I don't know what it looks like. Yeah, You know what? I'm going to go find it somewhere in here because I know I can find it and see exactly what it looks like. Cause I don't want to screw his design. I don't want to mess his logo up and have it backwards. So let me go see what his logo looks like. And I'm going to rebuild his logo in my file. Okay, here we go. I can see it. Let me see original message. That's not it. There it is. Bam. Preview. Okay, so his line starts high and it goes down. So when you're looking at it, it goes high left down to low right when you're looking at the sign. And that's how it looks like this, high left going down to right. So I have to actually inverse it before I do my work to it. I got to inverse it, have it going high down to low, because right now it looks exactly like his sign. But whenever you cut something, the reason why I cut it backwards is because you have to cut everything in reverse. Because if you cut it going in the same way, you're making a decal. But if you making something like backwards, like, man, oh, hey, Professor, how you doing, brother? Oh, yeah, I just saw your email. I had it in my Yahoo account, but I couldn't open Yahoo from here. I had to open it from the other side. So I saw it on the side of the truck, and I just had to make sure I saw it. So it's going high, low. So now I know which way it's going. So what I do is here I go appearance, transform, flip horizontal. So now I flipped it. So when I actually cut it and print it, it's going to look just like his design. And while I had it open, I saw the type of heart he had in there. So I know now that I was looking at a narrow heart, but his heart is kind of like more open. So I opened it a little bit, and now I got the actual design that he's going to have on his thing. So I can close out of that. All right, I'm telling you, man, this is how I make shirts. And it's not as easy as people think, because you got to go through a lot of like details. But I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to make it big for you guys. Hold up for a second. Let's go. Because right now it's at 0.974. I'm going to open it to about 3 inches. So that's 3 inches. I'm going to open this to about maybe 4 inches. Let's see, 4. All right, that's 3 and 4. Nope, got to go up to 5. 4 wasn't enough. Hold up. Okay. Let's transform. Let's flip horizontal. Bam. Let's make this color. Let's make it black. All right. Outline black. So where you see the actual, like this is what this design is going to look like. That's the heart right there. But where you see the black is going to actually be white. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just making sure I can recreate the image. So I can move it around and everything like this. Like if I don't like it sitting here, I can move it over some to kind of get it more centered, so I can center it. So now to me, that's pretty centered. It could probably come down a little bit. So there, that's pretty centered right there. And all right, thanks, Rideshare Professor. I appreciate that, Torsten. And so now that it's centered, I can separate the image. And now let me move this over here. So here's my red. So I can do red and red. I can do as many reds as I want. And then I can do as many of those circle with the line through it as much as I want. So now I can make, this is done. I have to now go find out the no love part, but I can make the no love in any font. But I know the February the 14th protest, it'll say this somewhere on the shirt. So the shirts from last year tied to the shirts from this year, but the designs are different. Last year was D-Day. This year it'll be no love. So either I can do the no love really big on the back, and I can do no love and like smaller on the front with the small design like this on the front. But this is the main aspect of the design. That has to be, no love is what it has to be like. So now I got to think, do I want no love big on the back, small on the front, but still have this font? So the shirts from last year tied to the shirts from this year. It's little details like that, So we'll get it together. Oh yeah, Professor. Hey man, I'll be in here, man. I'm in here moving. So, and it's hashtag no love, right? So hashtag no love. Let's do like this. Let's go. Hashtag no LOVE. All right. So, and I can make this, let's make that 10 wide. All right. And I can do the no love in the same font as this right here. So now you can see up under the bottom it says, wait, hashtag, it says no love right there. So I can do the hashtag no love, get that. I can make it small for the front, big on the back. So that's why, and it has to have something on it to make sure that we're tying all these shirts together so they know this is part of the same movement. It's still part of 2024. It's still the same movement he created last year. He's redoing it this year. So it's tying is going to be, is his story. This is the professor's story. So you got to tie his story together and not make the designs too far apart to where it looks like two different stories. This is the same story. So, I mean, no matter what the design is, it just has to be, I got to keep it, it's got to tie into the original somehow. It's kind of like making models of cars. You got to, like, if you got a 2021 and a 2022, you still tie in some of the 2021 design into the 22. That's how we're doing. And as you slowly migrate the shirts, you're migrating the design, you always got to keep something of that original to pull it forward. And that's, he can change the logo every year. All right, professor, no problem, brother, no problem. Like I said, right now I'm just getting it all laid out. And once I start making it and actually get this machine running and getting everything going, oh, it's going to be pretty sick. This is going to be pretty sick. I think people are going to love it. I already like just the way that you have the design already. Just with the heart, with the no love sign coming through it. I like that. With the line with, yeah. And then no love. Now I'm thinking with the font, do I use this same font here with no love, or do I go with a more basic font, like something like how the actual design looks? Because with his design, it's like, let me go in here. We can go to impact, because impact is pretty good. A lot of people use impact. Yeah, because impact is more like a it's almost like a basic font that almost every creator uses. So now that's what it'll look like if it's not like this font. That's just impact bold right there. It's just hashtag no love. It's really big, thick, strong letters that will stand out. And that's why I like using impact on a lot of things that I do, because they're hard letters. They're not real. Like, these are thin. I think this is syncopate. I use syncopate as an accent. But when you want something to be more profound and something to be more in your face, you need to use impact, because impact is a bigger, it's what it's about. Impact is what it's about. This is kind of like the underlying feature. So when I'm going through all my fonts, I'm thinking of the purpose of each font. The font becomes the design itself. So you got to say, okay, I want protest to kind of be small. I want the font in the middle to kind of like, this is going to be the tie-in font from every year to every year, like a date font, every year to every year. And whatever is at the top can be whatever it wants to be. We don't have to keep this font. This could be something completely different every year. It could be like this year, it'll say no love with the heart and everything. February the 14th, 2025 protest. D-Day was last year. No love is this year, but all of this will be the same. This is the main idea up here. All of this is supporting documentation, but this centerpiece, this is what ties it in from last year to this year. So when I'm making the design, it's kind of how my brain works as I'm making the design. And then on the back, like I said, last year, I think this is what I had on the back last year. It was this. I can't remember what it said. I think it's something about dollars. I remember it was about dollars. So it was like, all right, Duado, appreciate that, brother. And so I got to make sure that this year, the back has to have more to do with no love. So I'm thinking about doing this not only on the front, but also on the back. And, there's things that the professor says and things like that. And I would like to take some of his quotes, some of his, his philosophy, and maybe put that on the back. So there's something that he'll say, and I'll grab that message and I'll put no love and everything on the back. But I need a part of like him also in the design, because that's the part of being a creator. I mean, I could also always put what's something that he says a lot. I know he talks shit about Dara all the time. I don't want to put that on there. We ain't gonna glamorize Dara. Let's not. We ain't gonna glamorize him, because we need to take something that the professor says and incorporate that into the design. And that's kind of how, and once all of that gets laid out, that's when I start my process of running it through this machine and finally putting it on an actual shirt, seeing how it looks and saying, okay, I like it. There's been times when I've made a shirt and I've looked at it, I'm like, this is a garage shirt. I'm like, I don't like this design. This is a garage shirt because it's good all up until the point where it goes on a shirt, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna use that for the garage. Nah, and it's what happens. It happens. So they give Jeff a quote, Professor. Yeah, we need a quote. We just need a quote, like something like 3, 4 words, 5 words, something that we can throw on the back, at least a quote that we believe should be the mantra of the protest. And is it flush Uber? I know it could be the mantra of the protest. And people need to really start, thinking about why we're doing this. Why are we out here doing converting rides? Why are we out here, getting private clients? Why are we trying to get commercial insurance? Why are we doing everything we're doing? And this is not just about griping, like, oh, you guys are complaining and complaining. We have a right to complain because we're investors into this industry. We put thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment, thousands of dollars of fees into this platform that we pay every month, thousands of dollars into insurance we pay for. We are invested into this industry. We deserve something out of it. So when I say I'm supporting Professor and what he's doing, even though we may protest differently, we're going in the same direction. We may drive, but we may only do private rides today. We're not touching the apps. That's one thing him and I have in common. We are not touching the apps whatsoever. He may be more vocal about it and have the media come out and talk to the media and have videos coming out, because that's good content that should go out. That content should be out there. When you're fighting a monster this size, you got, like, let's say a 2-3-headed dragon. You're fighting a 2-3-headed dragon. You're gonna have to come at that dragon so many different ways to defeat it. This is how we doing, and with our channels, we come at different ways to how to defeat Uber and how to defeat Lyft. So I think just making sure we got the gear and making sure we got the mantra right for everybody, we'll be doing good. Just happy Valentine's Day. Every driver has a headache, so no ride for you. 4 days of setting these riders straight on the rideshare. Oh yeah. So that's what we need to do. We've got to figure out, and that's just the basis of the design right there. So what I need to do now is I'm going to grab, I need white, red, and I'll get yellow. Hold up. All right, cool. So this is what I have. So this is from US Cutter. US Cutter actually made the Titan cutter that I use. I bought that Titan cutter back in 2015. Okay, pay safety deactivations. Let's see something. All right, that's what we'll put on there. Let's go. Pay. We'll put. Let's put a star. No, I don't like that one. We'll do pay safety. Come on, thing. Deactivation. All right, bet. We'll open it up a little bit like that, because when I open it up, whoops, Control Z, my bad. Because when I open it up, something like that, we're gonna make sure that this goes across the whole back. It's gonna go across the whole back. So let's make it about 11.5. 11.5, let's open it up down. Pay safety deactivations, I like that. Yeah, all right. So this is kind of like what it's gonna look like. It's going to say pay safety deactivations. Now it's only going to say pay safety deactivations, but I'm going to put a heart in between pay and safety and deactivations. There'll be a small heart inserted right there. The small heart I can cut when I cut the red for this. So I'm going to cut red for these, but I'm also cut that red. So once all this is going on a shirt, I'll insert the red on there. I'll probably open it a little bit more to make sure it fits in there right. And that's kind of how it's going to go. So pay safety deactivations with a heart in between pay and safety, and a heart in between safety and deactivations. So I had to open it just a little bit. So it's almost Yeah, because it'll go across pretty much. Oh, and I can have it going like that. I can have it going diagonal. So how the slash is going in the actual line, I'll make pay safety deactivations go in the opposite direction to balance it out. And it'll have a heart in between. So yeah, I like that. I like that. Pay safety deactivations. Got it. Got it. That's all I need. Like I said, you give me the idea, I'll run with it. And so everything that's in black will be in white, and the red will be the red. I'll make the small hearts for inside of here, and I will have, this is going to be on the shirt twice because I'm going to have it on the front, but I'm also having it on the back. And then I'll get it somehow. I'll do that. So let me go through here and let me turn on this machine. The Venmo. Oh, thanks, Professor. I appreciate that, brother. Let me turn. Okay, that's my machine just turned on there. I think my Venmo. Oh, wait a minute. At dash watts dash 40. I believe that's it. Because there's an @ sign in front of, because I know with Cash App there's a $sign. With Venmo there's an @. So yeah. Is it like those business cards? Those shirts are going to be a problem. That's funny. Those shirts are going to be a problem. And Professor, make sure you let me know all the sizes you want. I'll make some large, some XL, some 2X, 3X. I think I actually have a 4X or a 5X because I found some shirts, like a little stack. Hold up. Okay. So I found a small stack of shirts, and this one is a 5XL. I don't know if it's long sleeve or short sleeve, but that's a 5XL. This is a 4XL. So I got a 4X and a 5X. This is a 3X. This is a 3X. 3X, okay. 3X, this is definitely a t-shirt, 3X, and then a large. So I found this small, because I got so many shirts in here, man. So I got all of this stuff like situated for like bigger orders. But back up here. Okay. So got that out the way. I didn't see the email yet. I didn't even, man, I've been dealing with my cars all day, having fun. I've been doing so much. I ain't looked at nothing in email yet. You saw how long it took me to find the professor one, because he sent me an email like in Yahoo. So I had to go find, I got like 2 email accounts. So it's like, which one am I looking at? All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that. What does it? Check the Venmo. Where is this? I'm like, where's my phone at? Let me make sure, Professor. Hold up for a second, brother. Hold up for a second, brother. Hey, let me see. Let me see if it opens up. Let me see if it opens up. Oh, now it's open. There it is. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. Hey, man. Like I said, we gonna do this, my man. We gonna do this. I'm gonna make sure I get you a good chunk of shirts for that one. Let's do this. Let's do that. So, Professor, hey, you support Mike Drop, and we got your back, brother. We got your back. I appreciate that, man. That's a pretty good hit. And like I said, he's definitely taking care of the sub, because I was gonna just donate something to you, man. But with this, oh yeah, he's taking care of people, man. Professor's out there. He's pushing this. He's taking care of people. So I appreciate that, my man. Truly appreciate that, man. Like I said, I wanted to do this live stream today, and I already had it in my head. I said, I'm going to do a live stream today, and this live will be mainly focused on making the professor shirt. I'm going to show people how I do it. And that's what I was driving. I said, I'm going to make his shirts on a live stream to show people we mean business. We are together. We're supporting each other. Even if we're doing it in different ways, we need to stand behind each other, because it's all for the drivers. This is all for the drivers. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the February the 14th. Those are the 9 and 9. All right, let's make these February the 14th ones. And this is going to be kind of loud. Wait a minute. Let's see how loud. How I'm gonna do just one for right now, because it can get loud after a while. Because with this thing running, the machine runs, and this is like zzz, zzz, zzz. So man. Oh, thank you, Professor. I appreciate that, brother. So now what I do is I get. Okay, so now what I have is I took one of these yellow rolls and I stuck it inside of my cutter machine. So I wish I could turn the camera, but the camera's gonna turn off. It's that camera. This thing will turn off. So what I'm gonna do is once I hit print, it's gonna cut out the date, the February the 14th. It's cutting it out in reverse. So when I actually put it on a shirt, it'll come out reading legibly across. So let's hit cut. All right, let me move this out the way right quick. This is gonna be a little loud. Let's see. Is that too loud? That's not too loud right there. So, hey, loud and proud, so it rings in David and Tony's ears. Oh yeah, thank you, Torsten. Like I said, we're gonna support each other in this, man. Yeah, let me put these on because that thing is getting on my nerves. But right now, what it's doing? Oh, you can't even hear it. Good, because it's running right now. It's actually cutting everything. Is working on the letters. It's probably about 25% done. But then I'll show you what it looks like once I take it out. And so, oh yeah, everybody's talking about that rider, that Waymo going in circles. That's funny. Okay, cool. You can hear it, but it's not that loud. All right, perfect. Because to me, it's loud. I mean, that thing is like it's cutting and going back and forth on the band. And actually, what I want people to do, man, if we really want to do this for real, like I said, I bought the Titan. The Titan was about $1,400 at the time, but you can actually get cutters out there that are less than $200, less than $300. I don't know how they would work. I bought this Titan in 2015. So I bought the Titan in 2015. This thing is almost 10 years old. It has literally made like probably 1,000 shirts. I don't even know. I've made so many shirts since 2015, and it works like brand new. So it was definitely worth like the $1,200-$1,300. It was worth it, because normally people, they would, break it and have to buy a new one because they're buying the cheaper ones. I do change my my razor blade. I change my razor blade maybe once every 3 years. I got a few of them left, because there's a razor blade you stick in the top and you just secure it. The other one you can just throw it in the trash. But it just, man, this thing, it's done a good. This Titan has done a good job. It's only a 15-inch cutter. It goes up to 18 inches in paper, but I use 15-inch rolls. Each one of these rolls are 15 inches. You can use a 12-inch roll, but I do 15-inch rolls. And this is my red right here. So this is red, and each roll runs, when you get a small roll, it's about $37 for a small one. The bigger ones run about $70. So you save a little money when you buy the bigger ones. See, now it says cutting was sent to the cutting machine. Okay, so that's done. So now I cut that part. Hold up for a second. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when it comes out, because you can't even tell. Hold up. So this is what it looks like when it comes out. Like, you can't see anything. It's just what it is. So I have a picker, because you got to pick things, and then I have a razor blade. So what I do is I will make sure that I'm not cutting my letters off. I sit it on my mat, my little mat with all my letters on it. Okay, right there is fine. And so you just get your cutter and you go straight across. So let me put this here. So this is all I need off of it. This is it. So this is the date right here. And once I pick everything out, I'll show you. Let me see. I'll start getting this ready here. Cut that across. Throw that in the trash. And I'm gonna pick out just the bottom piece, because this looks easier. That's E-O-E. And that's S. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm actually getting the letters together. Oh. And I just drug my razor blade across it because I don't want to take the whole thing apart right now, because I only want to show you guys like what it'll look like. So now I'm pulling the word protest out. So bam. So there's protest right there. So I got the word protest out. So now it'll look like that when I put it on a shirt. It'll be just like that. So protest is out, and now February the 14th is right at the top of it. What up, Steve? What's good, brother? If I start pulling, and I'm gonna pull some of it. It's gonna look like trash because I'm not really focusing on it right now. But I can always go back through and clean it up when I'm ready to. But this is kind of how you do it. I'm pulling it off like this. Like I'm getting all of this. This is all the stuff I don't need. So this, I don't need it. So I can just throw that away. And then as I'm going through, you'll see the part that I do need. It'll start coming out to be a date. So you can start seeing the date starting to come together. So I leave what I need. What I don't need, you throw in the trash. And it takes a while because you got to go through each individual letter. I mean, you got to like go through here and pick out like these little small pieces like this. I can throw it on the floor because I come through here with my vacuum. Once I'm done, I run the vacuum cleaner in here. Because I run the broom first because it's like hardwood floors. And after I sweep, then I run the vacuum cleaner. But this is all I'm doing here. Let's see. You got to make, and the light is aiming up. Usually when I'm working, I got the light aiming down so I can see it a whole lot better. But right now I'm just kind of like picking at it like this. And it's like kind of hard for me to see it because I'm like, damn it, I need my light. But that's how it would be, like that. So it's going to come out like this. I'm still going to work on it. So each letter, each word I have to go through, make sure everything is identical. Even these little small pieces right here, little small, like these little tiny pieces, you got to make sure everything is identical. So it's like, you got to inspect it. Once you inspect it and it's ready to go, I put it on a sheet of wax paper. I start on my next section. And you got to do that for every single shirt, every single shirt. It's not easy. It's like if you mess up a letter and you take off something that you shouldn't take off, you got to recut it all over again. Yeah, you can get any color. I got glow in the dark. I can get any color. But with each one you buy, you got to remember the roll already costs $37 right off the bat. So if somebody wants to say, hey, I want rainbow, I can get rainbow. But if I sell you a shirt and it's not at least $37, then I'm operating at a loss because the roll costs $37. So you got to make sure I get colors that I know I can use other designs for. I used to use gold, and the gold used to have like stones in it. It used to have like little rhinestones and stuff like that. So it'd be real sparkly. Not a lot of people would order that. So I would only order gold like once a year. I wouldn't order it as much as I order white and red and all these other colors. I'll order these colors a lot because I go through them a lot. Blues, I go through blues and greens, and I go through, here, see, this is how you could just start peeling stuff like this. It's just easily peeling it like this. You just start peeling, and you can see where the razor blade cut, those parts won't come up. So as I'm going through my design, people are like, well, how do you know what to take? I mean, the outside is the outside, is what it is. You can do the outside, and the rest, you just got to keep pulling. You can throw that on the floor. Like, stuff drops on the floor all the time. And basically, this is how it'll start coming out, like this. And then I got to keep going through and taking out other pieces to make sure all the pieces come out. So once it all comes out, then, like I said, I start on the next part. And that's just the yellow. I still got to do the red and the white, which are totally different things. So what I'm going to do is, let's go with white. So I got a yellow piece, and I can go back and work on the yellow later. I just want to show you guys how it all works together. So let's go in here. All right, so white is locked down. Hold up for a second. So you got to have wax paper ready. I got tons of these already ready. So you just buy the wax paper out of the bacon section, that's all. But you get your wax paper, lay that out, because each piece you do, you've got to sit this on top of wax paper, because if you sit it like this, things could drop on it and it'll get up under your letters. You don't want that. So sit it on wax paper. And I'll come back to that later, because like I said, that still needs a lot of work. So now that I got that, I want to go through and look at the pay safety deactivations. First, I'm gonna flip everything, because like I said, this is what I'm looking at now. I'm at the bottom. So what I do is I have everything highlighted right now. Everything's highlighted. So what I do is I right click, I go up to transform down to flip horizontal, whoop, everything flips. Now it's ready to be cut, because to me, it's all backwards. It's in reverse right now. So now I can cut it in reverse, because once you cut it in reverse, you're cutting the sticky side, and you're going to put the sticky side on the shirt. And that way, bam, it comes out to where you can read it. So it says pay safety deactivations, which is perfect. So what I want to do now is, you see that heart, because I want to put that heart in between there. So I click the heart, I hit control copy, then I hit control V, and now I got 2 hearts. So I can move 1 heart over like this. So now I have 2 hearts now. With the second heart, because I wanted to fit inside of there, this is at 3 inches. I can go over here to 1. I can double click like this. You double click, you hit 1, bam. Now it's a small heart now. But a 1-inch heart, I can go, okay, I can put 1 there. And you can see how it's sitting in between there. It fills up the space too much. So what I want to do is I want to go into my, whoops, I'm up here. You go into this weird little arrow, and you hit the arrow, you hit in between here. Wait a minute, come on, get off that thing. So I hit the actual, come on, the text thing. All right, now. So now I'm in between there. Come on, you're not doing right. There we go. So I go over to the end of safety, and I just start opening like this. So now that'll open up. I go backwards some, all the way to pay. 1, 2, 3. So now it should open. It's hard to do that shit holding hands, like holding it up my hand. All right, so I'm gonna move this over to here. So now you see in between safety and deactivations, it's got a heart right there. I like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go control copy, control V. Now I got 2 of them. Move this one over to here. Bam. So now I got them in between each one. So now I got hearts in between pay, safety, and deactivations. So I got it all now. It's 18 too funny, I knew it. Hold up for a second. Now, so all of that can go up about here, and I level everything. So that's how it's gonna look. It's gonna say pay, safety, deactivations. It'll look like that, but it'll be sideways like this. I don't want to leave them on that design. I just had to make sure it fit in the design. So what I do now is I go copy, paste, bam, move these hearts down, move these hearts over here, move this heart. And I'm going to show you in a second what I'm doing. Move this heart over here, move this heart over here, control V, back up there. Wait a minute, back up there. So now you see a lot going on. So you see all of this is my next cut. So if I do like this, I'm gonna see how big that cut is. That cut is about 14 inches, which is almost the width of the 15 that I've got. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the 14, because I don't want no love. I don't want all that on one line. I want to go up to about 13 and a half, close to 14. That's at 14.6, which is all the way down there. So I'm gonna go make this no love here. Since it's 8.4, I'm gonna drop this down to about 5. Now let's put it at 6. Okay. And then we're gonna do a no love. This no love is at about 10. We'll do this at 8. Oh no, I'm gonna copy. Control Z. Copy paste. Let's go to 8. All right, let's go back over here. It's at 10. We go to 8. All right. I'm gonna show you in a second what I'm working on. So you could be like, oh shit, I see what you're doing now. And no matter what, the big heart is gonna be where it is. I don't care about that. That's gonna be where it is. The small heart can go there. All right. Move this over. This will be up here. Control. Man, what did I have that at? I think I had that at about 8. Nope, I didn't have it at 8. 6. Was it at 6 or was it at 5? 5. All right, perfect. Okay. So now what I got is at 13.7. So all of this down here, I can do one big cut, and the width of it is 13.7, which is with the, because I'm like, I'll go up to 13.5 to 14. That's as far as I'm gonna go, because I like to leave a little bit on each edge. It's only 15 inches as far as I can go, because these rows are 15 inches. So if I take an inch off of 15 and 15, an inch off of each side, that puts me at 13 even. If this is at 13.7, I'm gonna go over the edge of the paper. But if I move my paper all the way over to about 1/4 of an inch on one side, that means I got 1/4 of an inch here. I can have more space on the other side. So that's what I do. I move everything over a little bit. So 13.7 should fit within the 14. That's how I do my math as I'm doing this. Oh yeah, it's a lot of work. Yep. Oh man, I've been doing this for a long time, man. I love making sure, because to me it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I saw that, Professor. Look at that. The 1.5 billion accelerated share repurchase program. And Professor, I'm glad you said that, because guess who they're paying back? Guess who they're buying the shares back from? I think it's Bank of America. They're buying the shares back from Bank of America. I think I heard that. So that means Bank of America invested in Uber. So if Bank of America was invested in Uber, that's why it was so easy for me to get all of these cars through Bank of America, because Bank of America knows I drive Uber. They ask, what do you do? Well, what do you do? I drive Uber. Oh, cool. How much you want the loan for? They never asked me for money down or no shit like that, because Bank of America was invested in Uber. When I wanted the BMW, I was like, what do you do? Oh, I drive Uber. All right, Beamer's yours. I want the truck. What do you do? Oh, I still drive Uber and Lyft. Truck is yours. No questions asked. But everybody's like, yeah, don't tell your bank you drive Uber and Lyft. I'm like, why not? I mean, they're going to find out anyways when they run all your credit and see all the deposits coming through your bank. Bank of America sees all my money coming through the bank, through Uber and through Lyft and everything. So Bank of America makes money off the shares, but they also make money off of me, off of interest, because I'm using the car for Uber. Bank of America's making money on both ends of the equation. They're like, dude, if you need a car, come get a car from Bank of America, because we'll help you drive a Uber. Because the more you drive a Uber, the more we get off of you and off of Uber both. So Bank of America's making money on both ends of the equation. They're smart, man. They're smart. Oh, endorphin factor 8. Thank you, brother. Like I said, so that right there, when you go look at that article right there, I believe it has something to do with Bank of America. I didn't really get deep into it, but I started reading it and I started seeing what it was. And I'm like, ooh, I bet this got something to do with why Bank of America. Yeah, Bank of America's double dipping. I'm like, this is why they're so quick to give rideshare drivers loans. They're like, well, if we give you a loan and you driving Uber or Lyft, that means you're paying Uber and Lyft a ton of fees, and we're getting interest off of you anyways. So we get money off of the stocks and the interest from the stocks and everything, but then we're getting money off of you and the interest on the loan we gave you. They don't lose. Bank of America can't lose. How can they lose? The only way they lose is if I don't pay for the car, but I'm not going to pay for my cars. It's like, maybe I won't drive an Uber, but I'm not going to pay for the car. So even if I stop driving for Uber, they still make money. It's like, man. Exactly, Hassan. Car companies do not want to give you a loan if they find out you work for Uber. Exactly. So why does Bank of America give me a loan? I've been banking with Bank of America since like 2000 and I don't know, 12, 13. I've been banking with Bank of America for over a decade. They see where every dime comes from. They see all my Uber deposits, all my Lyft deposits. They see everything. There's no way I could even hide and lie. Yeah, I don't work for Uber and Lyft. They'll be like, well, you sure get a lot of Razor and Lyft and Uber deposits all the damn time. You sure you don't work? So why would I lie to Bank of America getting a loan from Bank of America when Bank of America sees my whole account? I couldn't lie. So when they ask, well, what do you do for work? I do Uber and Lyft. They go, yeah, you do. I was like, I know, because why would I sit here and lie knowing you guys got access to my account? I mean, I'm not an idiot. I mean, that's like you having powdered donut shit all over your face going, I ain't touched them powdered donuts. Like, motherfucker, what's that shit all over your face? You sometimes you can't lie. It's pointless to lie. So when companies find out you're doing Uber and Lyft, just admit it. Just say, yeah, I do Uber and Lyft. I went to bank. I never had to lie. Never lied. And they never said no. I said, they never asked for a dime down. They said, how much is the car? This is the car. They see my account, how much money I'm bringing in. They go, okay, well, if you want the car, just sign for it and we'll do the paperwork later. Okay, cool. No problem. I call somebody. Now, even with the truck, make sure you call after you get the truck because we got to do some follow-up with you. Okay. So I call them after I get the car. They don't ask for no money down, no shit like that. They just say, hey, go get the car. I go get it because they're making money off of me on interest and because I drive Uber. They're double dipping. What up, Tracy? How you doing? So back to the shirts. All right. This is 13.7 wide and it's no love with the hearts. I got the one for the front and the back. I'm going to cut the one from the front and the back at the exact same time. So, and I do that because I don't want to have to go back into this again. You know what? I'm going to do a third one because I think, let me see, what size is that one? 3.5. Yeah, I'm going to do a third one too because I want to actually, because I got a little space left. So I'm going to put one on the front, one on the back, and there's going to be one on the sleeve. One of these sleeves is going to have the heart with the sign on it. So that's what I'm working on now. Man, that's going to be pretty big. 3.5. I think I can work that. I could work that. All right, that's no problem. So this is now what it looks like. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 hearts. 2 of the hearts are going to go in between the letters there. One's going to go on the sleeve. One's going to go on the front. One's going to go on the back. So I have enough hearts. I got my no love on each one. I'm ready to go. Ooh, should no love be in white though? Yeah, no love's going to be in white. Let's make no love in white. I don't want to make it in red. There's way too much red. So let's get this off. Let's move this over here. Move this over here. We're only going to do hearts right now. All right. Sometimes I do that. So that means I only got to cut hearts. That's it. What do we got? So we're at 8.9, which means I don't have enough. Well, I got way too much left. So what I'm going to do is because I got 8.9, I could do another 3.4. Copy, put this on this side over here. Let's see. So I'm at 12.5, which is not bad. And what I'm saying is I'm using my distance. I'm using my distance on my vinyl so I don't waste vinyl. So I'm like, yeah, I'm moving things over. Which is a car salesman intentionally tell me do not put Uber as your employee when applying for a loan application. So basically a car salesman is telling you to commit fraud. That's what once you do this for the car dealership and everything, you got to realize you signed this. This is a legal document. It could be used against you in like court. These are legal documents you're signing. So for somebody to tell you to lie on a legal document, I don't know. I've never lied. I've always told people what I did for a living. If they don't want to give me a loan, cool. They don't give me a loan then. That's totally fine. But it's hard for me to lie to Bank of America when Bank of America has access to my full account. If a car salesman told me I'm not going to put Jet You Drive Uber on your loan app, I'll be like, for what? This is my bank. They know what I do. I'm not going to commit fraud because somebody I don't even know want to get a commission on a sale by making sure a sale go through. When they see my sales go through, they be like, damn, Bank of America just gave you the money? Yeah. No money down? No, I don't need it. I got good credit. They see what I make. I'm not worried about this shit. Bank of America is not foreign to me. They bank. That's my bank. That's who I bank with. So it's like these car salesmen are screwing with y'all, man. When you get your money right, you get all your shit right, you don't need to lie. You don't gotta lie. They want to close a sale. They don't want to lose a sale. And they know that they can lose a sale if they don't get you approved through one of their lenders. My bank is my lender. They don't even have to run my credit. Because when I go to the dealership, I already know what I can get already. So I walk in and I say, hey, y'all got a black truck I saw online? Yeah. I'm here to pick it up. You guys want it for this much. I'll give you this much for it. We do the paperwork. Okay, let us run your credit. I'm like, you don't need to run my credit. I just told you, man. It's like cash to y'all. Here's the money. You give me the truck for that price. And I give them an approval number. They call Bank of America because Bank of America is a partner with dealerships all across America. So I only go to partner dealerships to buy my cars. I don't go to a dealership outside of Bank of America's network. It's a way to do it. You don't even need no money down. You just walk in and say, I want that car. You give them the approval number. It's probably about a 9-digit number, 10-digit number. You give them that number. That number is worth whatever Bank of America said you get. And it's like, damn. When I went and bought the BMW, they ran all the numbers, came out like $43,000. Bank of America said, well, we're willing to give you like 45. We'll go up to 50. And that number was worth 50. That 10-digit number was worth $50,000 at any partner dealership based on that year, make, and model. So they were willing to give me up to 50 grand on that car because brand new, they were like 53, 54. And I was like, okay. So I just went and found one that was 2019, a few miles on it, had 36,000 miles on it. They wanted 37 for it or 39 for it. It came out to like 43. So I was $7,000 good. I had a number in my hand. I had a 10-digit number that was worth $50,000. So basically, I didn't need no money down as long as I came up under $50,000. They told me 43. I said, here's my 10-digit number. They ran the number. Bank of America said, get the keys. It's your car. I said, well, I'll be back to pick it up tomorrow. So and I did the same thing with the truck. And Eric came and got me. Eric was like, wait a minute. I said, yeah, man, I need somebody to take me to go get this damn truck. I just bought a truck. Because Bank of America said, well, how much do you need? I said, well, I need this much. We'll give you up to this. Find something under that. If you want to buy a car, you don't need money down. You need to buy within your range. I couldn't go buy a $90,000 car because it was only give me 50 grand, which means I got to come up with $40,000 down if I want to take a $50,000 loan. I don't have $40,000 down. But if they say we'll give you 50 grand, I just got to find a car under 50 grand and you don't need no down payment. When you go to a car dealership and they run your credit and you don't do your own shit first, they run your credit. They know how much you got approved for in the back room because they the ones who got you approved. They know they got you approved for $37,000. So they're going to tell you the car is 42 and you need to come up with $5,000 down. That $5,000 down, you never needed it. The car was probably 37 the whole fucking time. You're going to get $37,000 from the bank. The bank is willing to give you 37. The car is worth 37. They're telling you it's 42 because they want $5,000 down from you. Never let these motherfuckers run your credit. Always do all your shit first. Then you go and buy a car. I do everything at home before I even leave my house. I know what car I want. I've been looking for it for a couple of months, sometimes 6 months. And I know how much money I can get out of the bank. Other than that, I don't need no car dealership telling me shit. Oh man, like when I went and looked at that Tahoe, the lady was telling me, yes, $45,000. I said, that Tahoe ain't no $45,000. I like these Tahoes out here, they sell them online for like 30, 35. Well, that one's 45. I said, well, I don't want that one. So I left and I went to Chevy and I saw a bunch of Ford. I went to another Chevy dealership and I saw a Ford Explorer. And that's why Expedition. That's why I was like, I want that. I know how much they're going for right now. I know how much the bank is going to give me. And theirs is a little bit lower than everything else I'm seeing. The miles were about 80,000. Everybody else said like 50, 60. This was about 80. Totally cool. So I said, this is what I'll do. We'll do the deal. And it was at AutoNation. And AutoNation is dealing with Uber. Bank of America deals with Uber. So I'm dealing with Uber and two people that deal with Uber. I'm dealing with AutoNation and I'm dealing with Bank of America and Uber. If I tell them I drive for Uber, they're going to say yes. They all getting paid. Uber's getting paid. AutoNation's getting paid. Bank of America's getting paid. Why would I lie and say I don't work for Uber? It's like they're all working together. AutoNation and Uber is a partner. Bank of America and Uber are partners. I'm partners with all three of their ass. So of course I work for Uber. I mean, it's the quickest way I'm gonna get approved for a loan is to say I work for Uber. Okay, cool. Because everybody's getting money. Everybody's getting money. Even me. We all getting money now. So that's kind of how I buy cars, and I have no problem. I think my credit score, I don't even know what my credit is. I think it's about a 730. It was 760 at first. I'm down like 730 because I went and got another car. So they think, okay, well, you got another car, you dropped like 30 points. That's cool. My interest rate is still decent. Everything's still cool. But you got to just know how to work the credit system. You can't let them run your credit and know how much you can get approved for. Once they know how much you get approved for, now they can say, oh, you need like $3,000 down. Oh, you need like 2 G's down, man. You're this close, man. You just need $2,000 more. You don't need shit. They can sell you that car for what the bank is gonna give you. They just want to see what they can get out of you. Oh, the bank wants you to have a little equity in this. No, they don't. You want me to have equity in this. The bank was okay with 37. The bank is cool with 37. You're telling me 40. Well, why don't you just sell it to me for 40? No, we're into it too much. We into it too much. Fucking leave. Say, well, I'm out of here. And I did that when I bought that Trailblazer. When I was in Vegas, I told them, I said, I want this car for $16,000. They had it for like $24,000, something weird like that. I said, I'll get it for $16,000. They wouldn't sell it. So I left. I went back and they called me at my office. It was like, okay, we can do that deal for you. I know you can, because I don't need the car. I just wanted the SUV. I didn't need it. And so I bought it. And so I parked my Mercedes. I had a big Mercedes S420. So I parked the Mercedes and I started driving a Trailblazer. A couple of years. And I was just about to pay it off. And I saw the Escalade that I got. So I went to go buy the Escalade. They said, well, we want like 28 for it. Something crazy like that. I said, I'll get it off like $19.99. Everybody's selling theirs for $19.99. It was like, well, this was for 28. I said, well, for 28, you can keep that motherfucker. So I left. They called me back. He said, we can do the deal for you. I said, I know you can, because I know how much these cars are worth. So they did the deal for $19,000. So I'm like, I could go anywhere with my credit. I don't got to argue and fight with you motherfuckers to get a car. I could just go buy a car from anybody. My credit is good. So when I walk in, I'm a sell. I'm a guaranteed sell, but you can't fuck with me though. I'm an accountant. I know how much to So I left. And then each person will call me back. Hey, we could do the deal. I know you can, because those motherfuckers like, damn, this dude got good credit. He ain't going to too many car lots. When he walk on a car lot, he's leaving with a fucking car. He's got good credit. He's gonna get approved like that quick. That's why I tell people, use your credit as your business line. That's my business line right there. I got cash to do stuff with, but your credit is your business line. That's how you know. Let me print this thing out real quick. This is gonna be quick because it's actually just hearts. I'm gonna tell you how quick this is gonna be. Let me hit cut. Okay, it just started cutting. Watch how quick this is gonna be. And this is all the hearts. This is what the screen looks like. So you see like the little bar moving right there. So the bar is moving to let you know it's cutting. When the green bar is always done, that means it's done its final cut and you can start moving to a new screen. So there it is. Oh, damn, it finished cutting before. It was so fast it finished cutting before the screen even popped up. All right, bet. So I did that part. Now I can do the no love part. Oh, no, I need the no love in white. Never mind. I'm not going to do that yet. Let me change the color of this so I don't screw myself up. All right. Let's do like that and that. All right, so I put no love. I had to change no love from red to that color. Because if I screw up and I end up hitting it, it's going to print. If I leave it in red, one day I'm going to forget and I'm going to come and I'm going to print that shit in red and be like, oh, damn, just wasted red. So anytime I do something in white, I either make it white or black. That lets me know. But whenever I got something in the color, I'll leave it as the color of what it is on the screen. Oh, yeah, they try to hit you on the backside as well. Because if they tell you, oh, yeah, man, we can approve you for like 4.2%. By the time you get done with the paperwork, it went to 4.4%. You be like, I thought you said 4.2%. Oh man, one of the creditors, they didn't want the 4.2, this and that. And I was like, no, 4.2 is what I agreed on. We're gonna do that 4.2. Man, I don't know. You call the bank says, no, we do 4.2. Do not sign that shit at 4.4. If you sign it at 4.4, you're gonna have a contract at 4.4. We told you 4.2, it's gonna be 4.2. Okay. Because they will tell you, oh man, you know what? Because they're shopping your deal to other people. They'll tell you 4.2 in front of you, but they'll come back and say, oh man, it went up to 4.4 because no, it went because they wanted to get some extra points. That's why it went up. Call your fucking creditor, call the bank. And if somebody's giving me a loan, I want to talk to that motherfucker while I'm sitting right there. If you tell me Wells Fargo is giving me a loan, let me talk to Wells Fargo. No, you can't talk to him. Now I want to do business with him. I will only do business with somebody I can talk to. I'm signing this shit. The moment you ask to speak to somebody, ironic, it is at 4.2. We don't know. We must have hit a button wrong. Y'all know it. So when you getting your deal done, make sure you say 4.2. It better be exactly what it is when I sign it. If I see a different number on there, I'm not signing shit. Because once you sign it, you agree to that interest rate. And they change them on you. They'll move that shit up 2 points real quick. And you be like, damn, I didn't know it was 4.4 interest. I thought it was 4.2. Yeah, it was 4.2. But the bank ain't say shit. They trying to get you. Like I said, me being an accountant, working in fucking numbers my whole life, easy shit, easy. All right, so these are the hearts right here. Wait a minute, this is white. This is what I talk about. Sometimes you're cutting shit, the red is sitting right there. This should have been red on one side. This is white, so this is trash. All right, damn it. It happens, man. It happens all the time. I tell you, I do this shit all the time. I'll be cutting something, I'll be like, and luckily it wasn't big. If it was a huge design and I did it in the wrong color, I'd be like, God damn, wasted money. Wasted. So let's go in here. All right. We're going to cut no love now. Let's cut no love, but we're also going to cut all of this shit. Safety, pay, everything. Let's move this to here. Man, I don't believe I just did that. I thought it was going to be red. Life, man, life. Right, that one's 13.25. This one's up here. Oh man, I cannot believe it. And then again, I can. That would be me doing some shit like that. That would be me. All right, now we're in white. Let's cut. Cut. There we go. Oh, I know, a record cut turntables. Oh yeah, I like Coupe de Villes. I had a Coupe de Ville. I had an 87 Coupe de Ville. I had that. They make money on the finances. They get points bought from the bank. Most banks pay 2 points and over allowance get them even more money. See, there you go. You know what I'm talking about, man. Them little points. I know, multitasking errors. Yeah. All I had to do was just look at the color. So these are white hearts. Man, I can't believe it. And I can't use them for nothing. I could probably use them for like Valentine's Day or some shit. Because you know how people get like sweethearts and shit. And they got like names on them. I could do something stupid with them. I hate to get rid of them. Because ain't nothing wrong with them. They're just in white. I'll keep them. I'm going to keep them. So this is what I do. When I fuck up something like that, I get the vinyl and I write. This is what I write on it. Wait a minute. So I write that. So when I write it, it lets me know what's on this sheet of paper. I write front and back. There. Dang it. So that's what I do. So I write front and back. I hate when I do that. So there it is. So I write hearts on it. This side has hearts on it. And I'll throw it over here. And I'll come up with an idea because I probably got some shirt sitting around somewhere. And I can say, ooh, that has nothing on it. And I can throw something on it. I'm like, what did you just put on that shirt? I just put some hearts on it. Where do you get them hearts from? They were sitting on a pile. But basically, like I would have probably had this shirt made by now. It's been an hour, 13 minutes. I'd have probably had the shirt made in about, with the designing and everything else, probably about 30 to 45 minutes. Because then we still got to run the heat press too. So I would have had the designs cut, had everything weeded. And a lot of times when it's running like this, like it'll be running. And as it's running and cutting stuff, I'll be over here weeding other shit. I'll be just like, wait a minute. Oh. So as it's weeding, I'm in here cutting stuff like this. I think I just took out the wrong one. Yep, took out the wrong one. It happens. It happens. Well, I still got it right there. Well, I'll figure that shit out. Because I didn't have my light on it and I hit the wrong line and it pulled the wrong line. But the good thing is it didn't fuck it up. So all I got to do is just pull out the right line and lay the other line back. Do it all the time. I've been doing this for a very long time. I can tell people how to fix errors real quick. They're like, dude, how'd you fix that? Easy. You don't let this shit run you ragged. All right, so you run your line down here. What is that? White. So this is my design right here. So I'll end up doing that, and then let's do red. Well, I got red on the screen. Hold up for a second. So you guys are actually sitting watching me make shirts. And I thought it would be pretty clever. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make the professor shirts, but I'm gonna do it on a live stream to show people exactly how crazy this can get. So I would start. Let me weed out one of these O's real quick. I want to make sure I don't fuck this up. All right. So what I want to do now is make sure that I get some of this letter. Just like that. And then I'm going to come around because I'm going to show you guys what this O looks like before I go to my next step. And without my light aiming down, I got to be real careful and make sure. So, yeah. Bam. So that's what the O looks like right there. So I got the O there, and that's going to go over the red heart. So I can sit that over there because I'll work on that when I get off the live stream. Red. And that's how as soon as I pulled it off, I was like, oh shit, it was in white. It happens. All right, let's see. Make sure I got everything. Oh yeah. So then I'll just run this from this side all the way to this side. All right. Put that there. I just had another one. Oh, that one over there. So this is what I do. I just get everything kind of situated. And now with the red, this will be pretty easy because it basically has nothing to it. So the hearts are easy. You just grab one side like this. So once you separate the side of it from the actual backing, you separate the plastic from the backing. Now you could just, with this being so easy, you could just pull it like this. Just like, and you can see it coming out like this. Like, so that was easy. Letters aren't that easy because with all these little ticks in between and stuff like that, you got to pick out each individual one on every single letter you do. In here, you got to pick out in between these lines. I mean, it could get pretty intense. So sitting here working on shirts, sometimes the more complicated the designs. And some designs, like I wear some shirts that would have double letters. Like it would have like the buzzard beaters. I got to cut that twice actually because it's got white and red, the exact same letters, because the outline is actually the outline of the word itself. So I cut the word twice, but I pull the word out the second one and it leaves the white outline. The red words, I leave them in there. So, and then here's all the hearts right here. That'll be ready to go. And basically, that's all the cutting I got to do. That's for one shirt. That's cutting for one shirt. Well, the hearts are multiple shirts, but for everything else, it was one shirt. So I did my February the 14th. I did my, I could do names on them too. I'll figure something out. I did my no love hashtag. I did the circle, 2 circles, and the pay safety deactivations. Perfect. Hit save. Just minimize it. Because like I said, Well, now it's off now. I'm into answering the Q&A today. Exactly. You good. So they can, but private driving, personally owned business are usually conflict. Oh yeah. Yep. And that's what, like what Tracy is talking about, is she's talking about the Sherman Antitrust Act, because private driving, personally owned business are usually conflicting. So there's a lot of things that we do, but they conflict with what we're trying to do. Organizing as a unit for employees, independent contractors can join clubs that are not allowed to join unions under state laws, the Sherman Antitrust Act. So once you have to really read the Antitrust Act, but when you're reading the Antitrust Act, make sure you know what lens you're looking at it from. Are you an employee reading it? Are you a contractor reading it? Are you a company reading it? Who are you as you read it? Because from everybody's point of view, this law may or may not apply to you. You may read it and say, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm an independent contractor. Sherman Antitrust, but it does have to do with you, because you can't join unions based on the Sherman Antitrust Act saying price fixing is illegal. Since we're all independent businesses, if we said, hey, we're going to charge this rate for a trip at 5 miles, that's considered price fixing. We're all independent businesses. We should be competing with each other. And that's what the apps do. The apps force us to compete with each other, so we kind of price each other out of business. That's why some drivers end up quitting and going back to a W-2 and shit like that. They want us to fight each other. The fact that we're not fighting each other, they're like, we're in fucking trouble now. Because if they're all in agreement on certain aspects of the business, then as apps, we lose, because they're not employees and they know it. It's almost like they're soft price fixing. Like we as drivers are soft price fixing. Because if I tell somebody, oh, I'll do that trip from the airport, but I'll do it for like $50. And if everybody says, yeah, we'll all do it for $50, we just committed price fixing, because we took away the ability of a rider to negotiate the price. If we all say, no, it's $50, no matter who you use, is $50. All of these riders can be like, well, we think they're price fixing. These are independent people, and they're all saying that it costs this much, we can't negotiate it. Independent business should negotiate. And that's what Uber and Lyft are. I think they're price fixing, because Uber will be a little higher than Lyft. Lyft's a little lower, but the drivers get paid the same. It never fails. It's like we all get shorted. So you might go on Uber like today. Me and Jamil, we're working on a deal. So me, Jamil, Jamie, Luke, we're all working on a deal right now. We got 14 passengers flying in tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow or the next day. It's Thursday. What's today? Okay, it's Tuesday. So it is Thursday. So we got 14 people flying in at the same time. Well, 4 are flying in one day. The other 10 are flying in right behind that. Now, we can agree on a price to charge them to get from the airport to where we can all agree on that, but we can't agree on that as a union. The price has to have a sliding scale. Each one of us has a different car. Each one of us has a different type of employees, but we won't say we agree on a price. We'll try, but there may be constraints that say I may have to charge a little less or a little more than the next driver. So it keeps us from price fixing. We're not in violation of price fixing. We're assisting each other and helping each other. And that's what the apps don't like. The apps don't like us helping each other. So they're saying you guys have to stay, independent of each other and operate independent of each other, or all you contractors out there in violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act, violation of price fixing. But Uber and Lyft, they're always dealing with the Sherman Antitrust Act. They're always dealing with antitrust laws all the time, because we see right through that shit and we know what they're doing. So once these people come in, Jamil, like all of us, we go on Uber, we look at what Lyft charge. I think Lyft was charging, where's my phone? 85, something like that. I think Lyft was charging 85. I don't even remember. Wait a minute. Lyft was charging 87. Black SUV, 87. So they're charging 87. Uber was charging 117. So that's a $30 variance right there. So Lyft is charging 87. Uber was charging 117 for the exact same package deal. So let me see something real quick. Where is it at? Where is it? Okay. Yep, it was $117.73. Now, even Uber Black was 94. Lyft Black SUV was $84, $87. So Lyft Black SUV was $87 for Black SUV. Uber Black period is 94, more than Black SUV on Lyft. Uber Black SUV is 117. So we're looking at all these prices and we're saying we got to bring all of these people from point A to point B. Uber would charge them $117 for that trip. Lyft would charge them $84 or $87 for that trip. They can't use Black because Black just says 4. No car will have 4. All cars will have more than 4. Therefore, they got to use the SUV pricing. They could try to use Excel, but man, we ain't doing Excel. So we're looking at the Black SUV at 84 on Lyft or 117, $30 variance. Do we come in the middle of the 37? Or do we just say, we're going to charge you what Lyft charges you, or we're going to charge you what Uber charges you? It's a dance. It's a price dance. And we make sure that we let our clients know that you can negotiate with us. If we say 117, you go, well, shit, Uber charges 117. We say Uber may charge 117, but you have no idea who you're going to get. You might get somebody on Uber with a busted car. One of the hubcaps done fell off. The whole front end is duct taped on there. You don't got the seat in the back won't go for you. You got to hold it back with your hands and shit. You don't know what you're getting with Uber because they don't inspect their cars on Uber. We inspect our cars. Therefore, we have the aspect of service. And we're right here, right in front of you. We know our vehicles. Uber don't know who they're sending. Uber has to find somebody available. Who they're going to find? They don't know. It'll be a car where somebody smokes a peace pipe the whole damn day and nobody knows. So we have the upper hand as far as negotiation goes, we feel, especially in Arizona, which is why we have a group of 14 flying in specifically asking for us. It's not 14 people flying in saying, well, we need to get on Uber or Lyft. No, they're saying, what are you guys going to charge us for it? And not only are they flying in, we've got, oh man, I don't know how much we got. I think we've got about 6. We've got about 6 trips with these people total. They'll be flying in. So not only will they fly in, and then they got to go like to all of these places. So we'll be using 3 to 4 trucks, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Now, the rest of the days, because they're here from Thursday all the way till Saturday, the rest of the times they may only need 1 truck. So it might be just Jamil doing what they got to do because it's only a handful of people got to go here and there. Everybody else will be at a certain place. But when there's the more trucks they need, we got the itinerary for when everybody needs to be moved. Now, we can move and we're more nimble than Uber and Lyft can. We can move stuff around. Plus, I got clients that I can say, hey, I got to go pick up this whole group of people. Therefore, can somebody go take my one client to the airport? I don't need to have a big Black SUV for one client. I have a team, the 300. I can call anybody on 300. Can you do me a favor and go to Mesa, pick up this person, get them to the airport at 10 a.m. tomorrow? This is what I'm charging. You know, whatever you want to charge is what you charge, but I'm just saying what I normally charge. You can charge the same. You can charge more or less. I don't know. But that's why it's important to have a team, because when we got this group of 14, these 14 people can each tell 3 people. If each of them tell 3 people, now we went from 14 to 42, 42 plus 14, which puts us at 56. So now we got 56 people now that we can potentially deal with over the next 12 months. We started with 14. They each tell 3 people. Plus them, we're at 56 people who can be coming in and out of Arizona at any given moment. And they'll call us. Hey, you guys pick us up one time. Yeah. Hey, my cousin is flying in. She's got a wedding. I gave her your numbers. That cool? That's cool. Yeah, they got a party of 4 coming in, but the wedding party will be, hey, you contacted the right people. And that's why we do it the way we do it. That's why we do it. Say, I make my money, you make yours. We unionize by sharing information on how to. Exactly. Now, he didn't tell me how much the front suspension for the truck is. Didn't tell me that. What up, Jesse? Yeah, he didn't tell me about the front suspension. But definitely though, man, if we're going to really go out here and help each other make money and show each other how to do this the right way, then we can't be greedy about it. Because I already told like 2 or 3 of my clients that I got this coming up week already. I may be cutting the wire close. And if I'm cutting it a little too close, I may send somebody on my team. And they're like, that's fine. That's how my people are. They're like, that's fine. Because we know you got us, Jeff. We ain't worried about it. If you can't make it, we know there'll be a car in front of our house with somebody you trust picking us up. We're good. I'm like, cool, appreciate it. My people, they know me like that, man. They know me like that. So, oh yes, they on the free slave drip. Unionized leads into socialism. I work for my funds. I rely on my work ethic. If you work like me, you can make what I make. Real shit. And that's the thing. I'm like you, Tracy. I'm a firm believer in the college project. You got 4 people on your team in college to do this assignment. There's always that one lazy ass who don't want to do nothing, and the other 3 have to carry just so this person gets an A like everybody else. And I love when teachers say, grade each person in the project. So you got 4 people all grading each other. When the one person says, oh, how did I get a C? But everybody else got an A. Oh, everybody graded you at a C. One person actually graded you at an F. You should have got a D. So I love when teachers say, you grade your teammates. Say, based on the input and participation, you grade your teammates. Man, that motherfucker didn't pull no weight. In life, you know what grades your teammates? Their bank account. That's what grades your teammates. How much are you making? Because I'm making this, or I'm not making a lot. That's how you grade your teammates. And I'm one of them people to say, hey, man, if you out there working hard, you out there marketing yourself, you out there selling yourself, you're doing everything that we talk about on this channel, everything we talk about, how to pitch, how to sell, how to convert, how to, follow up by texting your clients and stuff. If you're not doing none of that shit, your grade will be an F. Your grade will be an F. My grade is not an F because everything I talk about on this channel is what I do. I don't tell y'all I'm gonna do some shit, then I don't do it. No, I go out there and I really do it, which is why I end up where I am. Do I put myself at risk? Of course I do. Risk versus reward. I put myself at risk every day to get kicked off the platforms because Uber and Lyft watch our channels. They know what the hell I'm doing. Oh yeah, we see that old Uber Jeep motherfucker, that mic drop. We need to get rid of his ass. I put myself on the front lines every day when I'm telling people what I'm doing. But do I look nervous about it? No, because I got private clients. We got groups of 14. I got in my phone, shit, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people I'll be picking up over the next few days. That's not counting the 14 people we got to deal with. So these people are paying me. Each ride pays me about the equivalent of anywhere from 5 Uber rides, like basic Uber X Lyft rides, to 10 of those rides. Because I don't do rides for $11, $5, $7, $13, $20. All these rides are 70, 80, 60, 120. And with the group that we're talking about, each one of us are going to get a $600 cut. We each get a $600 cut out of that group if we can do it the right way. And it's going to take us 4 days. Out of 4 days of us just doing little spotty trips, we ain't doing full days with them. We might spend 30 minutes getting here, 30 minutes getting there. We're done for the day. We might go here. Okay, 25 minutes here. We're done with them for the day. We might get them here, take them there. We're done with them for the day. But they'll be here for 4 days of that while we're working our other clients in. We still end up with $600 each just doing that small shit. This is how you do it, man. This is how you do it. Say lower control arms, tie rods, bushes, camber guides, camber settings, sway. Damn. What truck? Wait a minute. What truck are you talking about with that? Are you talking about the Suburban? There's no way possible that Suburban needs all that shit. Ain't no way. I got a 2005 Escalade that don't even need all that shit. No. There ain't no way possible. Ain't no way possible. $7,200? No. Bruh, I already did all the front end work. This truck was probably had about 170,000 miles on it. And I redid my upper control arms, lower control arms. And that's it. I've never done the wheel bearings and no shit like that. I already did all my struts and shocks and everything like that. But I was like, there's no way. No. Dude, I had 170,000 miles on mine when I did that type of work. And it maybe cost me in parts total, maybe $700 total, maybe. And that was on eBay. And it's sitting outside right now with 224,000 miles on it. Actually, I had it out today. Yeah, the upper control arms are solid. Yeah. Actually, I had it outside today because I was doing some work on it. And this is what I did today with my truck because I don't do much with it. So I ended up, my headlights were like yellow because it sits on the side. I just bought a new car cover for it and everything. So now those are my headlights now. They're really white and bright and clear. Like, yeah, I love it. They're all nice and white and clear, man. So that's my big truck right there. Let me see if I can Zoom in. Nah, it don't work. It don't work. Yeah, but it's all, man, it's like this big truck. I love this truck, man. But I took time with it today. I washed it. I cleaned it. All the headlights were kind of yellow from the sun. So I got my 800 grit sandpaper, my 2000 grit sandpaper. I went and got some little goof off. I pulled all the door trim out because I don't like the door trim is old. So I bought all new door trim in the garage. I'll put that on later. So I bought all new door trim. So all the doors are clean, like stock color, cleaned all the goop off, all the glue off and everything. Just spent some time with the truck today, drove it around, aired up all the tires. I went and bought a new battery for it, like what, $75. Went and got a new battery. And then I topped off my transmission fluid because it was barely touching the dipstick. I don't know, it don't even leak. So I'm like, what the hell? So I topped off my transmission fluid. The oil and coolant was fine, but it's 224,000 miles on that truck. I love that truck, man. It's the cleanest thing. And I bought that thing in 2011 with 80,000 miles on it. And it's like, go outside and fire it up. I had to do the battery because I had to jump start it. So I'm driving it and everything. I get back to the house, I turn it off, and it's completely dead. I hooked the things to it. It's 6 volts, which lets me know batteries are 12 volts. That means some of these coils in there went bad. So something went bad. And so I just said, fuck it. Went to the store. I said, this thing is 6 volts. Can I get a new one? They said, well, last time you got a battery was 2000. And they said, it's out of warranty. I said, well, how much is a new battery? It says, I'm like $160. I said, okay, cool, $160, not a problem. They said, hey, we actually got a clearance sale going on right now. And they got the Ultra Maxes right now for $104 if you want one for $104. I said, I'll take it for $104. We went to the shelf. They said, we can go from a 75 series to a 78, which is a little bit bigger battery. And it's only $69. Exact same cranking amps and everything. So I started with like almost a $200 battery. I got all the way down to $74 by the time just by talking to people. I was like, nah, y'all not getting me for almost $200 for a battery. What else do we got? Oh, we got these batteries on clearance. The Ultra Maxes, they're discontinued. The same warranty and everything. I was like, oh, okay, how many cranking amps? All right, bet. I can go as low with my truck. I can go as low as 550 cold cranking amps because I live in Arizona. If you live in a cold place, you have to get 600, 700, 800 cold cranking amps. The warmer the climate is, the lower your cold cranking amps can be. But once you go under 550 cold cranking amps, you're going to beat the shit out of a battery. So I think the battery I got today was 600. The one I got rid of was 700. The highest I ever had was about 800. And I had 800 when I lived in Missouri because the temperature gets like way low. So you can go online and put cold cranking amps for average temperature of 32 degrees. And you can see what battery you need for the cold cranking amps. Because like I said, I live in Arizona. I can go 600 cold cranking amps all year. It's not that cold out here. But you go anywhere else, yeah, shit's gonna be pretty low. You're gonna be like, man, so I'm not paying warranty, paying 7. Oh yeah, jeez. I don't believe they're replacing all of that shit with 69,000 miles. They screwing with people, man. They screwing with people. 69,000 miles on it. If I was you, I would go to Midas. Go to Midas and say, hey, do an alignment for me. And when they do the alignment, ask them, say, hey, what seemed screwy with this car? Was it all jacked up? No, it's pretty fine. Everything looks pretty good. Yeah, because somebody just told me I needed $1,700 worth of work. Go to Midas and tell them give you an alignment. And I guarantee they say, ain't nothing wrong with this truck. It's fine. They trying to get they trying to get insurance. They trying to, man, $700. I wouldn't shit. Because even with the 700, you know what they gonna do? They gonna tell you, yeah, we did all the work. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So they ain't even got to replace shit. They could just get a rag and wipe everything down and shit all looks brand new. It's 69,000 miles on it. So they can just wipe everything down, get it all nice and clean, wipe it down and everything, and be like, oh yeah, we replaced all of that stuff. How would you know? It's all looking brand new. This shit ain't changed out. Unless you go get you a red pen and you put a red dot on everything you did or a blue dot on everything. And when you get your truck back, be like, you know what I did? Don't tell them, say I put blue dots on everything. So if I get this shit back and I see all the same blue dots and I just gave you $700, I gave you $700 just to look at all my shit. They saw the guide pins were bent and didn't want to touch it. Like, what guide pins? Guide pins and what? The camber or something like that? Because me, I don't know. But the streets belong to us. That's right. Yeah, because I don't, like I said, man, my truck, 224,000 miles on that thing, and it runs. It runs. So I got that extended warranty. I took it to the dealership, and sure enough, passenger side guide pins were bent bad, and the arms had shifted driver's side. One of them was sheared, and it shifted. Man, that's crazy. And the Chevy, usually Chevy runs rough, man. Chevy is good. Like I said, I bought that truck, and I redid the struts myself because I didn't want the air ride no more, because I took the air ride off and put it on my Jeep instead, because I was like, well, I want my Jeep to be on air ride. The Caddy is already smooth the way it is. So I took the air ride system off my Cadillac and I installed it on my Jeep. And now my Jeep rides like a Cadillac. People like, dude, this Jeep rides. Like, yeah, this motherfucker's nice, ain't it? Especially when you load a lot of people in and you hit the button and the air ride pumps all your shocks up. Dude, you be riding that Jeep like, dude, this shit is smooth. Like, this is what we do. We tear shit up. But no, you can also clean the positive and negative terminals when changing the batteries. Oh, always. Yep. But today I just like, when I pulled that battery out, I saw it was kind of like the sides were kind of bowed out a little bit, and this thing was already at 6 volts. I'm like, yeah, it's been sitting for too long. It shouldn't be like that. So I'll show you pictures from the guide pins bent and sheared. You can see where the lowers had moved under load the camber. Something must have came, like a bolt must have came loose, because for all that steel to move like that, 70,000 miles, that's crazy. If these trucks can go 70,000 miles now, that's nuts, because my truck, 224,000, it's the exact same truck as you got. I just got the smaller version of it, but it's an 05 and it's got like all the, I mean, the last time I had to do any serious work on that truck was probably 2017 maybe. And that was when I was, doing my transmission. I did the gearbox. I redid my steering gearbox. I did my hydro boost like a couple of years back, maybe even last year. I did the hydro boost and stuff like that. But I'm always doing something, because if I see a drip or a leak, I don't just replace the gasket in it. If I'm gonna take the whole part off and the part don't cost that much, just put a new part on, start over from scratch. Like, forget it. Because I was shocked when I got on and saw with my own eyes. Oh yeah, it happens like that, man. It happens. But shoot, that's wild, man. That's wild. I got pictures. They can't tell me nothing. I got pictures. Shit. But man, no, but that's why I wanted to get on this live stream today and show you guys exactly how I make these shirts. Because I got, like I said, I'm gonna do this one, finish this one tonight. I'm gonna actually put it on fabric, get it done, because I need my light to be turned around. If I turn this light, you ain't gonna be able to see the camera too well. So I'm gonna do all this shit later. But I'll actually have a video showing the actual outcome of the shirt with everything I just cut today, the outcome of the shirt. And by then I might have like 2 or 3 of them. But I want to actually get get the professors done and then throw a few in for his client, because he really took care of us, man. That's what's up. He takes care of the barbecue, and I appreciate that. So he supports us. I support his channel. I'm gonna make it over there so he can have his people wearing his gear, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. The 25th, the 14th, 2025. This is how we got to do it. We got to do it like this. If we're gonna go out here and we're gonna fight for our money, and we're gonna, like I said, no matter how we go out there, we gotta let these corporations know. Y'all want to go driverless? Guess what? We're all drivers. You're against us. So because you're against us, we're coming for our money. All of us together, united. The 300, the whole professor's channel, everybody's coming straight up. Hopefully the people on RSG and all them guys, hopefully they're the same way, because I know they really like to pitch that app. They like to talk about how great it is to drive on the app. Motherfuckers are putting nails on their own coffins right now. You putting nails, the better you do and the more you drive on these apps, that's the more money they got. And they're putting nails in the coffin right now. And a lot of people are so scared, so fearful of, I don't want to be deactivated. I ain't gonna have no other way. You ain't got to worry about being deactivated when they just kick you off, because they don't need you. They got, driverless now. When they start coming to different cities and drivers are going, all of a sudden, man, I woke up this morning, I was deactivated. Oh yeah, safety reasons. For what? Oh, a rider said something. No, they didn't. Why am I deactivated? Really, they're deactivating people because they want to make way for the Waymos. They want to make way for the cruises, for the Auroras and all that. And once they make way for all of that, it ain't going to be about deactivation. Everybody who took too long to get clients are going to be struggling. They'll be back at W-2s. We'll see them on the channels talking bullshit about driving. Oh yeah, I had to quit that shit. I was like, man, fuck, I ain't even want no private clients. because you were too late. You came on the short bus. You were too late on it. Get on this shit early. Get your business cards together. Start pitching yourself, promoting yourself on all social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you do. Pitch for yourself, because these apps are not pitching for nobody. They're going to get their money doing what they do. And in the end, you're going to get stuck with nothing except messaging Uber. Well, how come I can't get online? How come the prices are so low? How come ain't no surge in my area? You are the surge. If you ain't out surging yourself, if you ain't out creating, like I said, when we came up with our price today to do this group of 14, we thought it was a fair price. Now, we don't know what the client is thinking about the price, because he has to tell everybody else, this is the price, this is how much we all got to pay. And it's for the full 4 days. They're going to say, that's all I got to pay for the whole 4 days. You telling me that's all we got to pay? Yep. I'm like, we're in. Like, man, this line to lead, still in leads to kill. Exactly. What up, Sonny? Oh yeah, brother, we doing it. Well, I'm not organizing it. If you want to see what's going to happen on February the 14th, you've got to go to the professor's channel. That is your headquarters. I am not headquarters. I am support. So I don't want nobody saying, well, I saw a mic drop. I am support. I am not headquarters. If you want to know how this strike is going to go, make sure you go to the professor's channel. That's where all your ground zero information is going to be. I'm not ground zero. I'm support like everybody else. So don't ask me, well, what we going to do? How we going to do it? You know what? We're going to do what the 300 do. We're going to keep up with the private clients. We're going to keep converting. We're going to keep going out there, talking to riders, letting riders be aware of what's going on in the rideshare industry. Just like somebody put a video out saying, hey, this is how you can save up to 50%. Talk to your rider, tell your driver to cancel this. Somebody put a video out saying that. So even riders are saying that they're being ripped off. Even the riders know it. So we doing shit the barbecue way. So when they see us out there converting rides, when they see us out there, getting clients, passing our business cards, that is us protesting the pay. How do you protest the pay? You say, I don't want that shit. Here, take my business card. That's how you protest the pay. You don't protest the pay by saying, I'm going to take the ride, but I'm going to be mad about it. Then you ain't fucking protesting. You doing it. You're just doing it. And you're going to put a nail in your own coffin. You could be the only one to blame for the poverty situation you may into, because there's people out there with money, people out there willing to pay drivers, people paying drivers situating with riders. Everybody's come up with schedules and ideas. Like I said, I got 7 clients in my phone I will be picking up over the next few days, not counting the big group of 14 we got flying in. Uber didn't send me that shit. Lyft didn't send me that shit. Get your clients together. Get your teams together. If you're not doing that, then you're the problem. Don't look at the industry. The industry is sitting there going like, is anybody want this money? And Uber and Lyft is going, we'll take the money. And drivers are going, well, I'm going to drive an Uber. I'm saying, fuck Uber. Hell no. I'm not driving for them. Nope. And so when I look at, my Uber app, I'll show you guys, like, you're not going to catch me on that shit. This is what I've done on Uber for the whole week so far. That's what I've done for the week. The week before that, let's see the goal. That was 148.66 I did on December the 31st. New Year's Eve, I did 5 trips, and it was 128. Then I got $10 in promotion and a $10 tip. That was it, 148 bucks. That was on New Year's Eve. Then I did a video on that. Before that was that. The week before that was that. The week before that was that. The week before that was what? $20. The week before that was 0. The week before that, the week before that, the week before that, the week before that, that was what? $8. The week before that was $39. The week before that, 0. The week before that, the week before that, the week before that. What was that other week? 125. I did 5 trips and made 125 bucks, like back on October the 5th. So when people talk about protesting and talk about strikes and all that shit, I've been doing it. How many people got zeros week after week after week after week after week on Uber? How many people got that? If we're talking about a protest, let's fucking do it. Because I'm not sitting there driving on these apps. I'm not doing that. Oh, how many days you not gonna drive, Jeff? I'm like, motherfucker, don't ask me, ask yourself. Shit, I'm showing how much I drive. I ain't the one you should be looking at. It's the people out there doing 80 hours a week, 70 hours a week, shit, 60 hours a week. I ain't doing, I might put 2 hours a week on that shit. You might not hear from me again for 3-4 weeks. I drive 2 hours every month. That's it. So it's like, I'm not the one. If you want to protest and go on strike, you got to talk to the people out there who's pumping these companies up, doing these shit rides, doing these pigeon pay. Nah, I'm not that one. I'm not doing it. I put my work. I would rather go out and pitch for myself because I know what I can do. I know what that truck can do. I know my level of service. I'm not about to be sold like no slave out in these streets, watching everybody else have pensions and retirements and vacations and bonuses. And I'm sitting there scrapping, hey, you get an extra $1 per ride, Jeff. $1 per ride. You want to go to Tucson, 110 miles for $69. We'll give you extra $1 on top of that. No, fuck that. No. Yeah, if you take that ride, guess what? Sarah's going to get her bonus this weekend. Of course she is. What am I going to get this weekend? An extra $1. It's like, shit, hell no. It's like, man. It's like, yeah, don't quit until we see Boy Geek. Exactly. Man. The new t-shirt for 14th February 2025. Sonny, you way late, man. You about an hour. You almost 2 hours late to the party, man. Wait till you start this shit from the very beginning. You'll see where we at. You'll catch up. What you got to do, Sonny. This is what you do. For every live stream and everybody who's on my mailing list, every video I drop and every live stream, look in my video description. There's an email address. It's mine. It's my email address. Email that email address and it's me. Say, Jeff, put me on your mailer. What I do is when you say put me on the mailer, I hover over your name. There's a plus sign. I hit plus. Then a pencil pops in. I hit that pencil. It's edit. It moves you over to a new screen and it says label. I hit label and it says the 300. I'll put you in the 300 now. Now you know every video I drop and you know every live stream I do. But you will not know that shit unless you go into my video description. There's an email address in there. It's mine. When you email it, the email comes to me. Jeff, put me on your mailer. Guess what? I'm going to hover over your name. I'm going to go to the plus sign. I'm going to hit the plus. That whole fucking process. I'm not repeating it, but that's what I do. So when people wonder, well, how do all these other people always get in the live streams? How do they always get on the video? How do they always know this shit? Because YouTube ain't telling nobody. I'm telling everybody. And how do they find out? They go to the video description. They see my email address. It's my email. It comes straight to me. It's like, that's what I do, Sonny. I'll let motherfuckers know. I'm not waiting on email. I am not waiting on YouTube. I go straight to the drivers, brother. I go straight to the drivers. If YouTube don't want to do it, that's cool. YouTube has the same notification system I got. It's digital. It's digital. And I let people know exactly when it drops. See, YouTube lets you know after. I can upload a video tonight and I'll say my video is going to drop at 10 o'clock a.m. I'll tell YouTube that tonight. I'm dropping a video at 10 a.m. YouTube knows I'm dropping a video at 10 a.m. Does YouTube tell anybody Jeff's dropping a video at 10 a.m.? No. But everybody on the 300 knows that I'm dropping a video at 10 a.m. You know why? Because I can email them tonight and say I'm dropping it at 10 a.m. And then I make sure at 9:55 they get a reminder. Hey, in 5 minutes, that video was dropping. Sometimes they get 2 reminders per video. Hey, man, I'm dropping a video tomorrow at 10. Oh, cool. Can't wait to see it, brother. Can't wait. 5 minutes before the video drops. Sometimes I'll do it 2 minutes before the video drop just to make sure it stays fresh in their head because we be busy as a motherfucker. So if I'm dropping at 10 a.m., 9:58, I schedule something. It drops, bam, 9:58. Video dropping at 10 a.m. It's like, oh, shit, that's in 2 minutes. YouTube don't do that. I do that. I treat y'all like y'all are that important that you could know every step. YouTube is going to let you know after if they fucking feel like it. They ain't going to let you know. But I'm going to let you know. I go through my email. I go through, hey, Tracy, that's what I do. I go through everything because I want people to be on the cutting edge on the front. And when I say I will let you know before anybody else will know. And YouTube will be like, an hour after I drop the video, have you seen Jeff's new video? Man, you motherfuckers are late. You're late. What up, Chris D? What's good, lady? What's good? They ghost storm me in the building. And that's what I do. Because I know how YouTube is. I know how these digital companies is. especially like TikTok and shit like that. I think my video on TikTok, I haven't looked at it in a couple of days, but because I do a lot of shit, I'm all over the fucking place. But my TikTok video, oh, where is it? It's at 925,000 views, almost 1 million views. That's fucking crazy. So I got a video at 925,000 views right now. It'll be at 1 million views in about probably a month. Let it drag for about another month. It'll be at 1 million views. I ain't never had a video get 1 million views. This shit's funny as hell to me. But that's my TikTok there. You can go to Mic Drop Barbecue on TikTok. That's it right there. Let me see if I can get it to say that. Whatever. I hate that. It's Mic Drop. You'll see me sitting there. So you can go to Mic Drop Barbecue or Uber Jeep AZ, whatever. And you'll see me sitting there. Then you see all the crazy fucking videos I'll be dropping. Be like, Jeff, man, you need to quit going off on people. Fuck these people. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I do. All right, Tracy, heading out to drive tonight. I'll be out. There you go. And get them business cards out there. Get them business cards out there. Because them business cards going to be a big problem in 2025. They want to give us problems. We going to give them some problems. That's what we going to do. A milli. Yeah. And that's what I do, Robin. Hey, I do it. And see, and that's what I try to let people know when there's information that's going to drop. And I don't just drop like videos for no reason. So you'll never have to worry about being over cluttered with content. If I ain't got shit to say and nothing important, I don't drop a video. I know YouTube wants me to. Jeff, do a bullshit video just to stay in the algorithm. Fuck that. I'll let people know when I drop a video. If I on my TikTok, I go like a whole month without dropping a video. I won't go a whole month. As soon as I drop some on TikTok, 300,000 views that day. Like what the fuck? And I don't post all the time because I think you can oversaturate people and give them too much. YouTube wants you to keep posting with this illusion like a slot machine. The more you post, the more likely you're going to go viral. I go, no, you're going to go viral when you got some shit to talk about. I don't want to go viral for nothing. If I go viral, it better be for a good reason. Don't have me go viral because my dog fucking bit me in the ear and took off running with my hat. Weird shit. I don't want to go viral. Hey, you the dude, your dog bit you in the ear and ran with your hat. Man, that shit's crazy. Where is that dog? Like, fuck that. Not dealing with that. I do something. I want to go viral for something that makes a difference. If I ever do go viral, make a difference. Because don't have me walk through the store and people go, oh man, you're that one guy. Like, what guy? It's like, shit. Yeah, okay. Always have to wait an hour after the email. Why do you have to wait an hour after the email? Does your you get it, then you gotta wait an hour? Is your bandwidth like you use it all on reading the email? It's like, damn man, I just read that damn email. My internet's gotta charge up again. Little gerbils be in the back. Now they be like, pigeon. Y'all remember that shit? They be doing that shit. Pigeon. Now you can check YouTube. Go. They charge that shit up. But yeah. But no, I'm glad you guys got on and you kind of saw how I actually make shirts. And it's not easy. But I give my time up for it. And I know I could be out in the streets making money. I know I could be selling myself, to clients and passing out my card and making $100 an hour and out there $50, $60, $70 an hour, doing everything I could do or I can go home and make a shirt and make it by anywhere from $8 to $16 an hour, just making shirts sitting in the house. I do it because I believe it's something that helps us bond. For us to walk around and we all got the same gear on and we all like, chatting about it. We're online wearing pictures on Facebook and I see, Roxy out there. Roxy, she's always on Facebook and Roxy always wearing her gear. And I see her pictures with the get your money and all this shit on. I'm like, that's pretty cool because it bonds us. Because when people see me on TikTok or somewhere, they see the same design, get your money. Like, wait a minute. I seen a dude wearing that shirt before. Where did I see that at? Oh shit, TikTok, damn. And that it keeps us all linked together. And so even though it's not very lucrative, I don't make a lot of profits or money doing this because I got to go out and buy the shirts. I got to take time off of work to actually go find the shirts. I got to mail the shirts and that costs money to ship because shipping is not free. Post office won't let me ship for free. They charge me for that shit. I got to buy these big ass rolls. Like I said, each one is $37 a pop, $37. But I'll use it for a while. Then once it runs out, another $37. Sometimes when I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna do 37. Let me just do the $69. $69 gone. So if I make 70 bucks on a client, come home and buy a $70 roll, I basically didn't make no money all day because I'm running out of vinyl. Let me go home and buy another roll. I'll go spend that 70 bucks I just made. I netted zero for the day because I'm using my investments from one thing to go into something else. And it's like just cash flow, just moving forward. It's not a very lucrative enterprise. And I don't want to bullshit people into thinking you're going to be a millionaire if you make fucking shirts. You got some people out there saying you're going to be a millionaire if you do rideshare. You're going to be a rideshare fucking millionaire. Just do what I do. You're going to be a million. I'm like, no, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Keep it real. Not everything we do is going to make a lot of money. Some things we do, you got to do it for the love of the game. I make shirts, I make gear, I wear it. It helps me market myself when I'm out. Like sometimes I wear shirts with my phone number on the back. And people walk up and ask me, oh man, I like that shirt. What is that? What is the 300 ride shirt service? What is that? And I tell them what is that? Let me get you a card. Hold up for a second, man. This is what I do. Oh shit. That's what's up. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. Sometimes just wearing a shirt just gets a reaction out of somebody. And that reaction goes to you handing them a business card. It goes from you handing them a business card to them having one of their friends text you, hey man, you talked to my friend the other day in Walmart. So yeah, you do rides, you do black SUV? Yeah, I do black SUV. Hold on, let me make sure. I always go through and make sure, like, man, that nobody's like, my clients ain't texting me or whatever. Now, my one client already texted me tonight. This is so funny. She is hilarious. And she and I go way back. She go, confirming pickup tomorrow at my house at 10:30 a.m. I said, yes, ma'am. I checked earlier today to make sure I had the alarm set for 8 a.m. for myself. And she gave me the thumbs up. She's like, make sure. I'm like, I know it. And she put at my house because she flies so much. This lady, she will put you in a tornado. I call her Hurricane Nina. She will put you in a tornado because you don't know if she's coming or going. You be sitting there like, okay, I got to pick you up tomorrow. Yeah, I went to the airport. And she was like, I'm in my driveway. I said, oh shit, I'm at like Terminal 3. What do you mean? She says, Jeff, I haven't even left town yet. I'm like, oh hell. So I had to shoot up to her. She was like, you know what? By the time you get up here, I should already be at the airport. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hurry up and try to summon an Uber real quick and get down there. I'll catch you next time. I was like, cool, no problem. So now we make sure when we talk back and forth, we say at the airport, at my house, at the airport, at my house, because this lady, Hurricane Nina, she's like this. If she ain't landing, she's taking off. If she ain't taking off, and you forget, because I'll be at the airport all the time with my private people. I'm at everybody's house. I'm all over the place. You will forget who you just dropped off at the airport. You're like, oh shit, who did I just drop off? And what, tomorrow's the 7th. I picked up my people the other day at, I picked them up on the 5th, I think. Hold up, when did I pick them up? Wait a minute, where am I at? I think I'm in here somewhere. No, that wasn't it. But I picked them up the other day. So when I picked them up, they said, make sure. Yeah, so I picked them up and I had to pick them up on, what day was that? Shit, they don't even say the day. Oh, Thursday, last Thursday. Well, I picked them up last Thursday. They said, we'll be here for more than a week. I said, okay, cool, no problem, more than a week. He said, Saturday. Then they sent me their itinerary for this Saturday the 11th. They said, this is when we leave. Make sure you be at our house at 7:30 a.m. Got them, no problem. But that's what they send me all their information. Everybody sends me all their itineraries, everything. I set alarms in my phone to make sure that, the itineraries match the phone. Everything has to match. 2 hours before they leave, I set my phone. Every time before I got to pick somebody up, I set it for 2 hours before. I pick them up. I'm up. I wash the car, clean it, back seats, everything, make sure everything's fine. And then I go pick them up. So a lot of my clients, like I said, this is what we're doing in 2025. If you're not doing this yet, you're behind, because all of these rides are $200-$300 a day. And I'm only doing like 3 and 4 rides and that's it. I'm done. And each one of them is just to you, from you, to you, from you. Pick you up at the airport, take you home, maybe catch a Lyft Black or something like that up in this area. Who knows? Go get me some lunch or something. $200-$300 a day. And you're just doing to you, from you. If you're not doing this in 2025, you're missing the boat on a community that wants to pay you. You're missing the boat on people who want a private driver, who want to feel special, who want somebody who knows them. to show up already smiling, already ice cold bottle of water and each thing in the truck. I don't care how many people are coming. I got 6 cup holders. I'm fitting 6 bottle waters in there. So everybody's got bottled waters. You even got an extra one if you want an extra one. Take it with you. I don't care. You can get a whole case of this shit for like $6. The least you can do is have bottled water for everybody in the car when it's a private client. When they're not private clients, I don't really worry about bottled water. They're Uber and Lyft people. Let Uber and Lyft give me money. Say, hey, Jeff, make sure you go and get a case of water. Okay. Send me a case of water. Send me like $20 and say, Jeff, go get 2 cases of water. Cool. I'll go get a couple of cases of water. Make sure you have this in your car. Every week, send me $20. And I'll be like, what the hell is this $20 for? Oh, because Uber says they want me to buy some bottled water for the people they have me pick up. All right. If I'm buying bottled water with my money, it's for my clients, not for people I find on the apps. I'll treat people on the apps with respect, with dignity. I'll pick them up for the ride that they're paying for. I'll do that. But when you're my private client, you go a level up. You level up when you say, I want you to be my driver. You now on a different level. Because if I give you the exact same treatment, being underpaid on Uber, knowing Uber's underpaying me, but I give you exact same treatment as my clients, why should they feel any special? They shouldn't feel special. They should be like, dude, you do this shit for everybody. You give everybody bottled water. Even if it's Uber and you're getting a shitty ride, this ain't nothing special. My clients are like, oh man, he shows up ice cold bottle of water. He's got drink packets for the kids. He's got like, pink lemonade. He's got cherry limeade. He's got all these drink packets for the kids. He pick up some cookies. Like I just made cookies last night. So whoever I'm gonna pick up in the next few days, of course, I put cookies inside of little baggies. And if you want a cookie, say, hey, try one of these cookies. They're nice, soft chocolate chip cookies, big. I showed Jamil a picture of them today. He was like, dude, them things like grandma cookies. They big as hell. I'm like, I know it. He was like, oh man. So I was like, that's what I do, brother. Shit, it's like when I take care of my clients know if I'm picking you up, you're treated differently. That's the cookies I showed his ass. He was like, dude, them cookies look like grandma cookies. I was like, yeah, I got a sheet of cookies, then I got aluminum foil. Then sheet of cookies, aluminum foil. Then I got my bread in there because the bread keeps everything soft for days. So when people try those cookies, oh, they love them. They love them. But you got to treat your private clients a step up above just picking up randoms off the app. And that's no disrespect to people on the apps because we all get clients off the apps. But they have to know if you want a different level of service, if you want a VIP level of service, you can either keep using Uber or here's my card, book with me. Next time I pick you up, what do you drink? Like I said, the other night, I picked my clients up. Hey man, you got any alcohol? I said, I got some Jack Daniels. That Jack missing. They bought the bottle off of me. I said, you can buy the bottle off of me. I don't drink this shit anyways. A client gave it to me. Because when I pick up people from Airbnbs, that's the shit they give me. They say, hey man, we got all this free alcohol, man. We don't want to leave this at the Airbnb. I'm like, well, just throw it in the back of the truck. So I get that shit to my clients when hey man, you got anything to drink? Well, I got some Jack Daniels. I got some agave vodka. I got, little shooters and shit. I drink the coffee. So I'm like, I'll take all the coffee. I'll take the fruit. I'll take the crackers and the cookies and shit. I still got all the taco seasons. I got the Italian sausage meat and everything. But all this alcohol, I drive too much for that shit. I can't drink all this alcohol. So if you want some alcohol and you my client, fucking tell me. This shit's free anyways. They're like, Jeff, you got something to drink? What are you drinking? I don't know, man. You got some Moscato or something like that? Moscato, how many bottles you need? 1? Bet. You need cups too? Oh, we're going to take it straight from the head, man. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I'll bring a corkscrew with me then. Because they paying for that shit. And it's like my clients are treated like VIP. I don't treat my clients like people on Uber, people on Lyft. If you go through Uber and you book, you go through Lyft and you book, you get what you get. You get whatever's showing up. When you text me and you let me know, hey, it's 4 of us. I got you. You my client. I got you. I didn't get you through Uber. I might met you through Uber, met you through Lyft, but now you on my side now. I got you now. And the more we go out and we treat people like the respectful, hard-working people willing to give you money and pay you a fair, because Uber and Lyft ain't paying us fair. But these people pay you fair, you deserve to give them money. Give them money. Don't be, oh no, man. I ain't giving them a dime. I ain't giving them nothing. Well, that's a client that you missed because they're going to run into somebody like our group. Our team is notorious. The other day, I picked up TJ and them from the airport, and I showed y'all their driveway to the people with the football field in the front yard and everything like that. We usually charge just from the airport to their house. Uber would probably pay me, or Lyft Lyft Black SUV would probably pay me $40. Lyft Black SUV would pay me $40 for like maybe, I think it's 16 to 20 miles. They pay me like $40. Uber, because I can do Excel and shit like that, will probably pay me 19 or 20. Now, this guy was like, I said 100. They ended up giving me $140, all because I stopped at Taco Bell because they were coming back from town. They were hungry. And they were like, man, you do us a favor? Can you just stop at Taco Bell like on the way? As soon as we get off at Dobson, it's a Taco Bell right there, man. They bought like $70 worth of food in the drive-thru. And I'm just laughing. I'm like, there's a dude, we've been eating Thai food for like 11 days straight. We need some American food. They go to Taco Bell. So we get to the house, I'm like, $100. He's like, here you go, 102.40s. I was like, that's what's up. He said, man, thank you so much, man, this and that. And to get to the airport, I couldn't take him to the airport. This was Jamil's client. That was the night Jamil borrowed my truck so he could take them to the airport. So Jamil left his truck with me and he took the truck to get them to the airport. When they came back, I took them out there. That's how we work as a team. Jamil's been doing a lot for drivers over the past, I say 3 weeks. Over the past 3 weeks, he's been so busy helping PAX and doing things with PAX. He's been giving everybody clients because he is really doing his best to bring an app to Arizona, and he's helping, and he's like, man, I'm doing the best. And he knows me, man. I got to do a live stream. I got to drop videos. I got to, work on a car. He's a dude. We're all trying to help PAX, and they know how busy I am. Even with making shirts and everything, they know how busy I am. But he's like, man, he's even saying, I got to be here because this is something major. So Jamie, can you pick up my client from the airport? Luke, can you pick up my client? Manny, can you pick up my client? Jeff, can you pick up my client? He is really like buckling down to make sure the drivers in Arizona got something better in 2025. We ain't bullshitting. When we said we met groups of millionaires, we wasn't bullshitting. People like, oh, everybody said they meet millionaires. Everybody said they meet millionaires. No, we met some millionaires who are big about the community. A lot of them are from Arizona. They love Arizona. They want to put money. Arizona treated them right. Arizona made them wealthy. And they're like, we like to return that wealth to Arizona. How can we do it? By not letting Uber and Lyft take the money from us. That's how we can do it. Don't let Uber and Lyft take the money from us. And these millionaires are like, we like that idea. We're big on community. We're big on charities. We're big on making sure that our community here in Arizona is as wealthy as we can make it. If they take care of us, we want to take care of back. These are the kind of people we met. Drivers every day. Drivers don't just wake up in the morning and just millionaires just fall into our lap. We dealt with a bunch of bus riders and shit like that. What up, King James? We got a lot of people who Uber want to make us seem like public transportation. We got a lot of NEMT rides. We do a lot of rides where people want to call Lyft and lie. Oh yeah, he called me a racist name. Can I get a free ride? Yeah, he tried to touch my leg. Can I get a free ride? We deal with people like that all the time on the apps. It's rare that you run against somebody like Robert, that you run against somebody like Daniel. And Danny just so happened to run into Robert. And when that happened, it was like, Danny was already on my channel. So Danny was like, dude, I already been on your channel a million times. It was just, everything was just falling into place. Robert was like, well, if you guys don't like driving for Uber and Lyft, why are you driving for Uber and Lyft? We ain't got nothing else we can do, man. He was like, what if I told you I had a whole team of a lot of investors who are always looking for an opportunity like this to help people out? And Danny was like, for real? Yeah. Do you think you can help us get driving? He says, hell yeah, I can. Mike Drop Barbecue. So we can get you a lot. He says, what's Mike Drop Barbecue? So they got on Mike Drop Barbecue. They said, oh shit, this dude's on the same shit we on. He's talking about community, local economy, keeping money here in Arizona, helping out families. This dude is on the same shit we on. You know him? Yeah, I know him. Went to the airport and everything and met Jamil. Once they found out who Jamil was, Jamil's a black SUV driver. They're like, dude, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about drivers that really want to do this for a living and invest money into what they do, perfect their craft. This is what we looking for, man. We met groups of millionaires who sit in the office with us. We're walking through PAX headquarters. So we're walking through PAX headquarters the other day. And like I said, I could have showed video of everything. I could have just showed a video, but I don't want to show too much too soon. Not yet. They're like, this is going to be your office. That'll be your office. That's your office. This is where you'll be. This is where communications will be. We're going to set a podcast studio up in here, Jeff. If you want to come here and podcast from here instead of at home, we'll set up you a studio in here. I mean, these guys already got the vision in their head. to take a group of drivers who really been fighting for the community and say, we want to make sure you guys got the tools you need to do what you've already been doing. Y'all already been doing this. We just want to magnify it. How can we magnify it? You don't run into people like that. You don't run into people like that. You run into a lot of people that says, oh man, we're going to play the shit out of these drivers. We run into people out here on YouTube, shit like that. Motherfuckers that come on my channel and tell me, hey, Jeff, you should drive for me, man. You should come get my black SUV and I'll let you drive on my Uber account, man. You can drive on my Uber account. What the fuck I want to drive for you for? I got a black truck. Millionaires. I'm not looking for no 100 air. No fucking dude with a couple of $100 you want to slide me. No. I'll even waive the fees. You can drive my truck, man. I'll waive the fee. Motherfucker, you ain't waiving shit. Because I'm not driving for you. You ain't no fucking millionaire. Don't ever. There ain't no YouTuber out there gonna give up what they do to go drive for some random ass that just come on their live stream. Hey man, you should work for me. How much are you talking? Do you know how much YouTubers make? You know what our potential is? Can you outdo that? If you can't outdo that, you ain't talking to us. I may not make a lot right now, but a lot of YouTubers made it how I was not making a lot right now. I may not have the traction on YouTube, but now is not my time. I'm still doing a lot of things right now. I'm still helping out the community. I'm still working on cars. The moment I get stuck in front of this camera and I can't be out there for my community, then I got to make a decision. Then I got to make a choice. It will not be sitting in somebody's fucking black SUV driving for them, paying them a fucking fee to drive for them. No, we're at other levels, man. We at levels where we walk in the banks and walk out with fucking the cars we want. I'm not that guy. And these motherfuckers is come jumping up on my damn live YouTube. And I'm like, dude, you got me fucking with somebody else. You could drive for me. I'm like, what? Yeah, you could just drive for me. I'm going to email you, man. You could drive for me. Motherfucker, please. You can't afford me. If I'm driving for you, I need $500 a day out your pocket. Period. $500 a day out your pocket to drive for you. So if I'm sitting in the parking lot all day, guess what? I still got $500. Shit, you can't afford me. Motherfucker, drive for me. Nah, I'm cool. I'm like that. I'm like that because I can make money on my own. I've been doing the entrepreneur thing forever. I will not be somebody's employee who can't even afford me. If you don't got the money in your pocket that I need, but I gotta go out and make the money so you could pay me, you a fucking middleman. You a middleman. You should have the money in your pocket to pay me. I shouldn't have to go out and make the money to give you a cut so you can pay me. No, then you worse off than I am. Shit. It's like, I'm not doing that. No. And that's how I operate, man. Everybody who knows how this channel is, that's me being real. I keep it 100. I ain't never been fake on this channel. Always been 100. Anybody meets me out and about, they know how I operate. I'm the same way. If you want to come and you want to help out drivers, this is what this channel is about. If you want to come here and be highfalutin and act like you somebody you not, I'll eventually call you out for that shit. I will, because you ain't got money like that. You don't come over here like that. There's people in this city for real that really got money like that, who are really those people. They are really those people. You really ain't that person. So don't come over here trying to act like, oh, I'm one of the top drivers out here. I got, 4 trucks. You could take one of my trucks. You could work for me, Jeff. Why? So I can promote your shit on YouTube? Wait, I'm driving your shit, promoting your shit on YouTube while my truck is sitting in my front yard. I'm paying you to drive yours. Man, please. It's like, how stupid do I look? And my YouTube channel is struggling and suffering because I'm sending your shit all week trying to pay you off because I got your shit parked in front of my house. Man, please. It's like, man, I wasn't born fucking yesterday. I'm a businessman. I wasn't born yesterday. That's like me having my own crane and you tell me, Jeff, you can rent my crane to do what you're doing. Why would I rent your crane when I own my own crane? My crane works just fucking fine. Why would I rent your? Well, you could work my crane and you can have, my name on my crane on all your videos. Motherfucker, why do I want to work for you to promote you? I ain't getting shit out of it except less than what I'm getting for myself. I make more doing it in my own car. I net more driving my own shit. Some people, man, it don't make no sense, man. And that's why I'm glad we met the people we met, because they really sit down and talk business. They really sit down and say, if we're going to do this for the community, this is how we're going to do it. You guys willing to put the heart and effort and soul into it? Yeah. Then we'll back you. We'll go into our pockets and back you. We will go into our pockets. We ain't going to send y'all out there to get the money to bring back to us so we can give y'all. No, we're going to go into our pockets and make sure y'all got what y'all need. If you ain't at that level, you got to realize, man, it's level. I wear shirts that it's levels to this, man. It's levels to this shit. So understand who you talk to. Not everybody on YouTube and not everybody who's on these channels are broke ass people out doing, $6 hot dog orders. We all ain't doing that shit. Some of us are really doing like big numbers out here, and we doing shit that we don't even put online. We're doing numbers we don't even put online. Trust me, because I already know how I can create haters. I got shit on deck waiting to fuck these buzzards up. I got shit on deck. I could drop it at any minute, and I don't, because I know the moment I drop it, woo, you talking about smacking a buzzard nest, man, these motherfuckers gonna be mad. But I don't. We chilling right now. They waiting in the wings, waiting to see us fail, waiting to see shit crack, not realizing how far we advancing, because we ain't telling y'all shit. They see the barbecue, then they see us barbecuing at the barbecue, but they have no idea what's coming next. They thinking, oh yeah, they're just gonna shit. You have no idea. Yep, Jamil, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. They don't get it yet, man. They don't get it. This is why would Trump go up against big tech AI corporate interests he's in bed together with? I have no idea what that is. You missed a lot of punctuation in there. Karate Kid crane position. Man, I'm telling you, Jamil, man, hey, this year, 2025 is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. When y'all be picking up Derek, go say hi to him when I tell him, okay, cool. So yeah, Wednesday, you're going to be picking him up? All right, bet. I think shit. Wait, that's tomorrow, ain't it? You be picking them up tomorrow? I got a couple of clients. That's tomorrow. You picking them up tomorrow? Because I got a couple of clients I got to pick up Thursday. Well, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then I pick somebody up Thursday, and then again on Saturday. But we got the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday deal that we'll be working on too. So we'll all be working our clients in with that. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Like I said. Oh, you're headed there now? Oh, so you headed up there now? Not now. Yeah, we gonna have some fun, man. Okay, cool. Wendy, I'll be picking up. Oh, it's Wendy. I'll be picking up Derek, so say hi to him when I tell. Okay, cool. Wait, is Wendy outside right now? Oh, I didn't know. Is the weather that bad out there? Shit. I can't see nothing. Hold up. Oh, yeah, it is windy. I can see my canopy. I can see my canopy going up and down like this, so it's pretty windy. Because usually that canopy is pretty steady. So, okay, cool. When Derek gets in the car, let me know. I got something to say to Derek. When he gets in the car, I got words for you, Derek. Is Mason really bad? North Phoenix not yet. Well, I don't know. I know out here in South Phoenix it's windy because I looked outside just on my canopy. It's kind of doing this right here. So the winds are picking up down here. If they get any worse, like I said, I'll be outside picking up some damage. Hold up for a second. Oh yeah, it ain't super bad. It's not super bad. I mean, the canopy is kind of going up and then back down, but sometimes when it gets super windy, it'd be like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It'd be yanking all over the place, and I'd be like, oh shit, something's gonna get torn up out there. But no, man, after I talk to Derek, I'm gonna end up ending this live stream because I'm gonna start working on these shirts. Like I said, it's 10:30 tonight. I gotta be up early in the morning so I can go pick up my client early. 5573. What time is what's tomorrow? The 8th? Oh yeah. So I got to get up at 8:22. So I need to be asleep by at least 3 o'clock. If I can be asleep by 3 o'clock a.m., I'll be cranking out some shirts tonight. I'll make some shirts. This is okay. I got Derek in the car. What up, Derek? What's good, brother? What's good, my brother? This is podcast coming live at you, live in effect. You're now sitting in the cut with podcast and Jamil, the barber, the barber chair. I know Jamil be killing with that barber chair shit, man. So yeah, y'all about to have fun, man. Y'all about to have. Wait, you just got him from the airport? Oh no, you were up north. So you were up north getting to bring them back down. Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun ride down. It's gonna be a fun ride down. Make sure you guys stop at any Circle K on your way out. Walk in the front door and be like, my name is Derek and I need 2 shots of Jack Daniels. That's all you gotta say, and you get a discount at any Circle K, any participating Circle K out there. Walk in and say, I'm Derek and I need 2 shots. Instantly, you get free. Can you put up a live stream link? I know it for real. Well, if it's windy and loud, then I usually don't because it'll start messing up everything. But we'll see. We'll see. It's like, yeah, I know that, and that's what I gotta start next year. What I'm gonna do, like this 2025, what I'm gonna try to do is make sure that he's cracking up. I'm gonna try to make sure that anybody who I do live stream links with, I want to make sure we all got the right equipment because we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something, and I want to keep it to where people can look at it on big screen TVs and it still sounds the same. Because a lot of times in telephones, it echoes back and forth. So when I talk through my microphone, like now, I'm echoing through a telephone system because somebody with a telephone I gave a link to, and so they sound perfect. But I'm echoing. So with all the equipment I got, I sound like shit, but the person with the phone sounds, it never fails. It always happens like that. So we got to figure out how we can make this, make these live streams pop. I'm working on it. I got ideas. So I don't drop links all the time because I got ideas and I'm working on something right now. Yeah, Derek, you got to get out there, Derek, man. Go and grab you a couple of shots of Jack Daniels before you get on that flight, man. Wait, he's going back to where it's cold. Ain't it like, is it pretty cold where he is right now? I think it's cold where he is. No, we don't need no authorizations. We don't need all of that stuff. If somebody don't want to be on a live stream, I can always edit it out later. But you know what's funny? Every video that I've ever done on YouTube, actually, the people who I was with in the car at the time, nobody's ever complained. Nobody's ever sent me a message saying, hey, can you take me off? Can you do it? Like, nobody's ever said that. No. This is not the parvo dog. It's a big, all right, cool. This is, I text you, put me on a mailing list. Cool, brother. 18 degrees, 15 degrees. Jeez. I think Chrissy is in Illinois. Oh, yeah. It's 18 degrees in the Midwest right now. Man, this is going to be your weather broadcast. It's 18 degrees in the capital city. So make sure you get out there, put on your hat, put on your gloves, put on some mittens, some muffins, whatever you got to put on you. But just keep your ass warm out there. Rub some icy hot on your butt. Motherfuckers in the bathroom like, I just rub some icy hot on my balls, man. I got to stay warm out here. I heard it on the internet. It's like, bro, don't do that, man. That dude don't know what he's talking about. That dude don't know. Man. So it's a lot of people out here, man. They don't get it, man. We out here just having a good time, and we run these live streams like that. We don't, some live streams are a little too business oriented. They're too structured to where you can't have a good time. We just like, whatever, man. If YouTube don't like me and they want to kick me off one day, that's cool. You're like, Jeff, we sick of you talking about icy hot and ball sacks. We kicking you off. All right, bet. I'll just go over to TikTok. They don't mind. Like, man, 25%, 50% here. All right, cool. This is bad. He can't stop. Man, that's how we do, man. I know Derek, he's going to be on the plane. He'll be like, hey, he's going to walk up to, he'll say, listen, stewardess, my name is Derek. I didn't get my shots at Circle K. Is there any way you guys can help me out? You're like, excuse me? I didn't get my shots at Circle K. If I don't get 2 shots of Jack Daniels before this plane take off, it's going to be some motherfucking problems in here. Derek going to be like, no! You guys got me kicked off the airplane. As soon as he walk in the airport, they're going to be like, thank you for coming to Sky Harbor, and we appreciate everybody here flying today at Sky Harbor International Airport here in Phoenix. If your name happens to be Derek, could you please come to the customer service desk? If your name is Derek, please come to the customer service desk. We understand your deal at Circle K was not approved, and we think we want to take care of you, or you can't fly. This is, God damn it, who called Sky Harbor, man? One of y'all called Sky Harbor. Man, Derek is wild. Derek is wild. He's like, podcast, come pick me up, podcast. Like, where's Jim? I don't know. Jim's probably stuck emptying a fucking litter box somewhere. Them goddamn cats took a piss earlier today, and he's cleaning out a litter box. Can you come get me from the airport? No, dude. This is what the hell did I walk into? I know it. This is icy hot and ball sacks. What the hell's going on in here? That's the new introduction. Anybody who wants to join the 300 in 2025, if you're not already in the 300, we got a new initiation process. We get 2 cups of icy hot and we smack it on your ball sacks. If you can stand still for 15 seconds, you're in. Motherfucker like, oh, this shit's burning. You got him a pee hole. It's like, you out of the 300. Sorry. Bruh, this shit's hot. Because I don't have a ball sack. Uh-oh. We're going to have to smack you in the titty nipple. Pow. Ow, that shit's hot. Christy, I'm sorry. I know it. For real, man. No, we ain't gonna do that. We're done. See, Reggie came in here to the icy hot shit. We're over the icy hot. We'll never talk about that shit again. Because I don't have a ball sack. Chrissy, she's mad. I don't have a ball sack. How can I get one of those? Like, go to your local Circle K and tell them you like to purchase the ball sacks they got on sale for 15% off. If I get a full tank of gas, they said I can have a ball sack. Like, no, God damn it. No, for real. It's just crazy. Chrissy is a rat. Oh no, Reggie screwed up, man. We was done with that, Reggie. You started this shit all over again. We were done. I know it. We had Dale, I know it. Man. See, Reggie screwed up. All right. So Reggie is now the 2025 director of ride service for the 300. You have to go through him in order to be approved to be in the 300. Motherfucker walk in the room, he's got on fucking rubber gloves and there's a big ass tub of icy hot sitting there. Like, welcome. For bean bags and buttercups. Sheesh. Oh, that's Jamil, buttercup. That shit was funny as hell. Everybody was like, oh yeah, man. We got this, bought a bag of socks, but Circle K for $1. You did not buy a bag of socks for $1.99. You didn't. You're lying. They probably gave you a stocking cap and some earmuffs. Like, here's a stocking cap and some earmuffs. So you give me that shit, I'm gonna rob you. I don't need no earmuffs and no stocking cap. I need some socks. Jamil walking around with them penny loafers on. He got them penny loafers, the Michael Jackson pants on, like way up over his ankles. I saw Jamil doing the moonwalk one day. I came up to Terminal 3. That motherfucker, he was doing this side to side. Then he started doing a moonwalk and shit. He was like, you need a ride, lady? You need a ride? That lady was like, hey. Like, damn, Jamil, that's how you get these clients. I was wondering. He said, motherfucker, I be doing the Michael Jackson dance. Everybody walk up, start throwing pennies and shit at me. I'm like, Jamil, how you get so many clients? They thought he was a performer. They said, we thought he was a street performer. This motherfucker was a driver. He was out there dancing and shit, had a boom box next to him. You need to get that with the bit that. Fucking Jamil, that's how you doing it. I was wondering how you got rides. Baby, are you okay? Like, Jamil, bro, save some of these riders for us, man. You taking everybody. Hey, we got a ride for Michael Jackson. It's a Michael Jackson lookalike. Motherfucker Jamil walked in. Baby, are you okay? Are you okay, Andy? Like, God damn it. Jamil set us up, man. That's Uber's nemesis. Uber they got you like on a fucking poster board. In the middle, they got Jamil's face with a Michael Jackson logo over the top of it. Baby, are you okay? Oh, that's right. Jamil, this lady was so happy. She was so happy Jamil like saved the day for her and everything. She gave him a kiss on the cheek, and I was like, man, this dude, he's out there got these. And this lady was like 80 something years old. Jamil is like her She probably got a poster of Jamil in the bathroom now. I love this guy. He's my driver. It's like, Jamil, bruh, you're taking all the riders from us, man. What's up? Baby, you're okay. I know it, man. That's Jamil right there. He's a smooth criminal. I swear, next time I see Jamil, I'm playing that shit. I'm playing Smooth Criminal. Next, I'm gonna blast that shit when I come up. Probably just beat it. Yes, beat it, beat it, beat it. Yes, beat it. I'm gonna make that motherfucker dance at Terminal 3. Yeah, you told me that you never come around here. Go, Jamil, go. We're gonna start throwing like dollars at his leg. They're gonna say, oh shit, a street performer. I came to Phoenix to see this shit. That's Jamil. They ain't no street performer. That motherfucker drives Uber. He's like, yeah, we should do that, man. We should put like a poster board up that says street performer live every day at 3:30, Terminal 3. No, oh wait, Jamil, remember that time? Jamil was giving me shit about it. So it's like, I had a client. So I'm with my client at the top of the hill. So I'm like, I said, text me to make sure, like, and I'm with Jamil at the time. I'm like, just text me when you get to the terminal, whatever, and let me know what door you're at, and I'll shoot down and just pick you up from the door so you gotta walk across. This fucking lady. She said, okay. And she didn't tell me what door she was at. She said, I'm at Carousel 5. Like I was going to go into the fucking building, find her at Carousel 5. Me and him was laughing so hard. He was like, Miss Johnson, Carousel 5. I was like, why don't you tell me what carousel you at? Like, I'm going to walk in. Like, I'm in here to see Miss Johnson, Carousel 5. Fucking Jamil was laughing so hard. He was making jokes the whole day. I said, dude, let me go get her real quick. I said, I don't need to know what carousel you at. I need to know what door you're coming out. I'm at Carousel 5. She just fucking sitting there and shit. I'm like, lady, come outside. No. This man, he says, if I go to Circle K. I know it, bro. This is fucking hilarious. And Derek don't know how we do. He don't know how we do, man. We talk about everything at the barbecue. We be cracking up. But man, that shit, and that lady, and I'm sitting at the top of the hill, and I'm like, let me know when you're at the door so I know what door to come to, and I can just pick you up. She says, okay, I'm at Carousel number 5. I'm like, bitch, I'm not coming in the building. They gonna fucking tow my truck. I walk away from my truck. I'm here to get Miss Johnson. She's at Carousel number 5. Motherfucker, they just towed your truck. You ain't supposed to leave your vehicle. I was like, she didn't know that. This old lady just sitting at Carousel. Now I'm waiting on my driver. I told him where I was. Like, no, you gotta come outside, lady. You gotta come outside. Hey, happy birthday, Tom, my brother, Tom Forbes. There you go, man. Yeah, man. This shit's crazy. And like I said, we do our best because not a lot of people know how to use private clients. So we try to this is like the first time for a lot of people because they're used to using Uber and Lyft. So we do our best to kind of walk them through it. We say, hey, you know what? This is how it works. It's not going to be like a ping. You're not going to find a ping. This is going to be like, this is where we meet. So you have to be where we meet. Otherwise, the airport people will kick me off and I got to do a big ass loop and come back and get you later. So let me know exactly what door you're at. I'm going to swing from up here down there, pick you up. They're not going to bother me. I'm going to grab you. We're out of here. She was like, well, I'm at Carousel number 5. I have no idea where the fuck. I ain't never been in the airport. How the fuck do I know? I'm at bathroom number 6. But where the fuck is the bathroom at? I'm next to Del Taco taking a dump. I ain't never been in here. I don't know where Del Taco is. Like, shit. I just said, tell me what door you come out of. Like, man. See, I just rolled to the event and asked, who wants a discount on Uber? Then I get them they ride. Well, I get in trouble if I do it while the airport. I don't know, man. We don't mess with the airport time. Every airport that I do is a private ride. I do not sit in the queue. I don't accept airport rides. I might drop somebody off. Like if I'm on the app, when somebody's at Arizona Grand and I get a black SUV to the airport, I'll do it. But for somebody to end up in my car at the airport, it's a special occasion because I do not do no airport rides. I stopped doing airport a long time ago. People even ask me, hey man, what about airport? I'm like, bro, I don't even touch airport. It has to be a private client or it's somebody at a hotel going to. If I get a ping at the airport, cancel, like decline instantly. I don't even look at that shit. Oh man, that's $2,000 to go 6 miles. Cancel. I'm not going to the airport. Bro, that was $2,000 for 6 miles. Yeah, until you get there and you find out, sorry, we booked the ride, but we already got one. Like, motherfucker, I knew this $2,000 was not right. I knew something was shady. Like, no. Please know about the barbershop that we have here in the Aviator. Oh, yeah. We got the barbershop. See, the thing is, the Aviator's the barbershop. It's got the captain's chairs. It's all kicked back and everything. You get in there, you just tell your stories, man. You say, dude, today I was actually at work. This lady came walking by. She looked kind of nice and hot. And I said, excuse me, lady, but would you like to go to lunch? And she turned around. She says, hi, my name's Jeremy. I'm the transvestite that just got hired. I'm the DEI. Motherfucker, you going to lunch with Jeremy? What? Set you up, motherfucker. Icy hot and balls of sacks. You got the icy hot and ball sacks. Got you again, motherfucker. Got you. See, that's the Aviator story right there. You don't want to be caught in the Aviator telling stories like that. That's the barbershop. You kick back in that chair and be like, oh, man. So what happened today at work? Oh, man, you'll never believe this shit. Or a car broke down. That motherfucker Popeye's chicken, that shit, it was funny as hell. He said, where you at, Popeyes? Chicken? Fucking chicken? You want to get some chicken? I'm like, no, that's just where I broke down. You want some chicken? Well, you should have told me. I would have brought a fucking chicken. Like, no, I just broke down at Popeyes. I don't want no chicken. Bro, I got tons of chicken. I was like, well, how much are you? $50 for all this chicken. Like, man, we fucking have too much fun. We have way too much fun, man. Way too much. That's Jamil always mess with me all the fucking time. That dude, man, he like I said, we be cracking up. Like, if I run into him anywhere, like I'll run into him like the airport, I'll run into him like downtown. We will start telling stories. People probably look at us like, these dudes are either high or drunk. Like, what the fuck is really going on? And it's like, man, shit. Los Angeles is literally on fire. I'm gonna keep my ass in the house. And like one time, me and him, we out there, we laughing and shit, cracking up, having a good ass time. Police come up. Police is like, whose truck is that? I was like, oh, that's my truck. He was like, oh, well, you parked in the fire lane. I was like, well, just the back of it, not the whole truck, just the back of it. Because I could just move it. He says, no, you know what? I'm going to just have it towed. I said, dude, just the back of it's in the fire lane. The whole, he said, well, somebody can come around the corner. You're sticking out to the middle of the street. I'm like, it's been there for like about 45 minutes. Ain't nobody hit it yet. The cop was looking at me like, this dude is not. I was like, let me move my truck. Then you don't got to tell me about the shit. You just keep talking about it. Let me move it. You keep coming up with all these yeah, you know, this and that. What the fire department came? Fire department came, put out a fucking fire. I'm sorry, but if there's a fire fucking started, I would move this truck out the way. I would just leave it there. Holy shit, look at that fucking fire. Man, that shit, the whole building's on fucking fire. I would have moved it already. I'm not gonna just leave my truck in a fire. People are fucking nuts, man. God was just messing with us that night. And Jamil started fucking with me. So I'm moving the truck and Jamil yells out, and the cop was right there the whole time. Jamil yells out, Jeff, you didn't tell me you were a firefighter. Are you a fire? He kept saying, Jeff, you're a firefighter, right? And he just kept saying, I'm like, you're gonna piss this cop off, and this motherfucker's gonna call a tow truck on my ass now. And I'm laughing, driving the truck, cracking up. I'm trying to get out of there. He's like, Jeff, you're a firefighter. What are you doing? You didn't. I'm like, bro, you finna get me arrested and my shit impounded. This cop is pissed. Because I was telling about we was arguing about the fire lane the whole time. And I'm like, dude, fuck the fire. My truck ain't even in the back end was in the fire lane. And this dude is like going off. He's like, well, it's hanging out in the middle of the street. I was like, motherfucker's been there for like 45 minutes. Ain't nobody hit that truck. You're a firefighter, Jeff. You ain't gotta move your truck. You're good. I didn't know you were a firefighter. I was like, bro, you finna get me in trouble. Stop. I fucking circled that shit around. I was like, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. He was like, then that's when I got that ride going to North Scottsdale. I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm out. There, Chris Jamil, man, he'll get me set up. What up, Logan? My brother. Man. And, see, and Logan, I gave your number out to somebody like, a week ago. There's a lady that's moving out to Vegas, and they were looking for a private driver. So I sent your number. I gave yours. I didn't have Dalton's at the time, but I sent your number out. So not sure if you ever got that, but yeah. Oh yeah. Man, Jamil's everywhere, man. He's all over the place, man. Listen, when you get the rider to cancel the Uber ride because they want to add a stop, will Uber find out? What? When you get the rider to cancel the Uber ride, oh, well, Uber knows if somebody's canceling because they see a cancel on the account. I don't know, like, what do you mean when they find out? Because if you have a ride booked and somebody cancels, Uber's going to know that it was canceled. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you did. All right. Bet. Yeah, I was just checking, man, because you know me, man. I'm always looking out for everybody. I was like, man, if somebody's going to Vegas, they need money. Shit, I said, call Logan. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, he's actually on the chat. He says, thanks for looking, Logan. Yeah, so he's in the chat with us right now. Hell yeah. So I was making sure. I was just checking out, man. But now, whenever you cancel a ride, like I said, the app's going to know it's canceled. The only way we can cancel rides and not be held accountable for the cancel is because in the terms of service, it says we can cancel for any reason. I mean, if you're picking somebody up and you agreed to say take them from downtown Phoenix to Talking Stick, and that's where you're going to go, and they say, oh, I want to add a stop though. I want to go to Queen Creek first, and then and Queen Creek is way the fuck out. So we're gonna go to Queen Creek first, then we're gonna come back to the Talking Stick. Maybe you were only going to drive for like 30 minutes because you had a private appointment booked. So you had a private appointment. If you would have went to the Talking Stick, you would have still had time to go pick up your private appointment. But the fact is you now got to go to Queen Creek, and then you're going to miss your private appointment. You have a right to cancel it. Somebody can't change your ride from what it is and say, well, I want you to do it because you accepted it. I only accepted it because it fit my schedule. If it didn't fit my schedule, I would have never accepted it. Once you change the ride, you change the whole schedule now. And sometimes people are doing either deliveries or I've had videos where it showed me with a Lyft ride on reservation or Uber ride on reservation, but I was doing like a Lyft at the time. So I'm doing a Lyft ride, but I got an Uber ride on reservation. So once I'm finished with my Lyft ride, I could just turn Lyft off and I go to my reservation because it's in the same area. If I'm on my Lyft ride and they say, oh yeah, I'm gonna add a stop, it's gonna be like 45 minutes going this way. No, I'm canceling that shit because that's not what I agreed to, because I have a reservation sitting over here. Nobody can just jump in your car and all of a sudden they own your fucking car for the next 3 hours. If it doesn't fit with what you've already got scheduled, you have a right to cancel it. And these apps cannot say, well, you accepted the ride, you have to accept every stop. No, I have reservations. I got things that I gotta do. So no, I'm not doing that. And if they want to be mad, well, we're going to deactivate you and suspend you. Then you have a case now, because nobody can force you to change your schedule to appease a rider who, one, is just paying the platform. They're not even paying you. The app says, oh, they're paying the rider. I don't want your pay. If the customer is deemed as paying the driver, not paying the app, but paying the driver, and then the driver is just paying the app a cut to use the platform, that's the way Uber and Lyft had it. Well, the rider pays the driver gives the app some platform fee money. I don't want the rider's money because I don't want that ride. I'm canceling that ride. I don't want it. And that's what Uber gets pissed off of, because they want the rider to pay you and they want you to pay the platform fees. Whenever they do change rides and stuff like that, those platform fees don't come to us. When somebody does a $24 change ride, you might get $6 out of that $24. He's like, yeah, that change ride cost me $24. You're like, damn, my shit went up $6. My upfront change is $6. So you're losing like $18. You're paying the platform $18 for them to tell you to go somewhere else now. Shouldn't that shit be reversed? You should probably give the app $6 and then you get 24 or you get 18 out of it. But the shit's backwards. So I'm like, no, if you change it, I'm canceling it. Bottom line. If the app want to be mad about it, be mad about it. But and everybody needs to be that way. Everybody has to do that. If somebody changes your ride in your car, they don't know if you only scheduled yourself to be online for 30 minutes or an hour and you got a private ride set up or you have to go back to work or go do something. They don't know shit. All they're doing is booking a ride. That's it. They book a ride. You accept what you see. You get there and they say, oh, well, actually, man, I know I put that in the app, but I put the wrong address. I put my job address. Is it cool if you could just take me home? Do you live by where you work? Well, actually, I live 45 minutes north. Is that going to be a problem? Yeah, it's going to be a big problem. Because if you go on the app and you change it from the 6 miles we got to go to 32 miles that way, you know how I'm going to get? I'm going to probably get another $12, $13 for that shit. So they're going to add $12 to $13, but you probably going to pay another $60 for that. And the app's going to take away 40 of it. So I tell you, this is what we do. You change the dynamic, I'm canceling. The app don't got to know why you canceling. The app could be like, well, why'd you cancel? Because he decided to go 45 minutes north and I got a private ride right where I was going to drop him off originally. App don't got to know that. Okay, cool. You got a private ride where you're going to drop him off. Yeah, so I can't go 45 minutes this way and then come all the way back and be there in time. So I had to cancel. He changed the ride. So anytime somebody do a change stop, cancel that shit. Like, nope, cancel it. Why you cancel? Because they changed the ride. Oh, I didn't agree to that. Once you agree to a contract, you don't have to agree to any change order after that. A change order is exactly what it is a change order. It's like buying a house. Let's say somebody buy a house and they say, dude, I bought this house. This is what the light systems looks like. Cool. Well, I want to do a change order. I want to put different lights in there. If we don't sell those kind of lights that you want, then you have to contact somebody else because we don't do those kind of lights. We only do these kind of lights and that's it. Oh, well, I want those other kind of lights. We don't do those kind of lights. Okay. Like, man. So what just dropped off Derek? He was laughing all the way from his house to the airport. He said that drive was the shortest drive he's ever remembered because it was so much fun. Yeah, Derek is cool, man. Derek is cool as hell. No, he said he needed it and he needed it in because it's an emergency flight for him. Oh, okay. He had to get back for something. Yeah, so he owns a company out there, so he's probably got something going on with his business. He's probably got something. He's like, I got to get back out here, man. So I converted an Uber to private after a stop today, and now have a recurring client. That's what it takes, brother. That's what it takes. And the thing is, if these apps, and I said in my last, I don't know if it was a live stream or a video. No, it was a live stream. They saying that the customers are our customers. So they say the riders are paying us the money. Like they don't pay Uber or Lyft the money. The riders are paying Uber and are paying the driver. And we pay Uber and Lyft to use their platform out of that money. And that's where the fees come from. What are the fees? Are the fees what you're charging the rider? No, the fees aren't what we're charging the rider. The fees are what the rider is charging Uber and Lyft to use the platform or paying Uber and Lyft to use the platform. The rider pays the driver. So when the rider pays the driver $100, Uber says, well, out of that $100, we need about, $47 to $60 of that money for fees, for marketing fees, promotions, insurance. So this is what, but we have no say-so over any of that. We don't have a say-so over that. So I'm like, man, I'm not saying that was from Sunday. Yeah, live stream number 2. Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, if we have no say-so over the fees that we're paying to use that, then we should be allowed to tell this rider, you could still pay me, but there is a platform that I'm not going to pay the fees to. I'm going to go get commercial insurance and I'll do it on commercial insurance. There's a lesser expense that I can use so I can retain most of the profits. This is what we're going to do. Uber is charging too much for me to do this ride. They're charging me 50 to 60% of what you paid. They're charging me that as a fee for me to use their platform. When really I could still do the ride, but I could do it for less fees. Would you like to have that option? And we should have the option to say, the rider should be like, well, it's not my fucking problem. I'm going to pay you $100 no matter what, whether I pay it through Uber or whether I give it to you directly. The problem is, are you going to give Uber $50 in fees or are you going to keep that shit in your pocket? That's your problem. That's between you and Uber. Okay, I'm going to cancel the ride. You give me the $100. So cancel the ride, they give you the $100. That's now your client now paying you directly. So you have a right to say, I don't want to pay $50, $60 in fees to Uber just to do this client. And this client don't give a shit. Client just says, I just need to get there. So they give you the $100. Just like Jamil. What did he do? He just did his rides. Does Derek go through Uber and Lyft? No, he don't. Why would he do that? Knowing Uber and Lyft would charge Jamil more than half the money for that ride. Say, hey, you got to take it from here to here. Okay, well, we're going to charge you, if the ride is $115, we're going to give you $50 out of that $115 because it's 15 miles and we're going to give you like $4.50 a mile. And Jamil goes, $4.50 a mile? That seems good, until he finds out they really charge this dude $9 a mile. Wait a minute, you charged him $9 a mile? Yeah, we're charging you $9 a mile, but we're only going to pay you $4.50 a mile. $9 a mile is insane, but they charge that shit. No promotion is worth $9 a mile. No insurance is worth $9 a mile. None of this shit's worth $9 a mile. So if you're going to charge somebody $9 a mile and they're going to pay $9 a mile, I'm taking that shit directly. I'm getting that money directly. That's how it operates. And I'm not going to be one of these drivers out there like, well, I guess I got to pay, 6% in fees to use the app. Who said you got to use the app? The app said you have to use the app. The app says you have to use the app because if the app says you don't have to use the app, then what happens? App don't make no money. So they're going to say whatever it takes to make sure you stay on that app. But yet, when we look at the language in the terms of service, it says riders do have a right to have their own private clientele. It says that because they can't take that right from us. The terms of service of Uber and Lyft cannot take away our right to have private clients. Do we go out? We can go out and get commercial insurance, or there's somebody today, right now, who don't even have the Uber Lyft app downloaded on their fucking phone. They don't even have the apps on their phone, passenger or driver. And somebody's gonna come up, hey man, can you drop me off at work? My damn battery dead and this and that, man. I'll give you like $30, $40, man, because it's over in like Goodyear. Cool, I'll take you, man, no problem. That person don't have Uber and Lyft on their phone. So you telling me that person that don't have Uber and Lyft on their phone has to go out and get commercial insurance because their neighbor says, hey man, I'll give you $30, $40 if you take me to work because my battery dead. No, we've been doing this shit our whole life. So if we sit up there, oh yeah. And we've been doing this our whole life. So for Uber and Lyft to tell people you have to do transportation through us or you can't do transportation, who the fuck made them the owners of like world movement? That's what they want to be. They want to be the owners of like movement. You can't do that. There's people without Uber and Lyft on their phones. They got passenger doors. They got back seats. We sell passenger cars. So if people buy these cars and the neighbor says, can you take me? Yeah, no problem. And man, here's $50 for taking me. Oh, I can't accept that because we didn't do it through Uber or Lyft. Can't accept that $50. I got to do it for free. Bruh, I'm just hooking you up with some gas money, man. Just basic wear and tear, just a favor. Here's $50 for a favor. Can't take that because we have to do it through Uber and Lyft. I'm not an Uber Lyft driver. I didn't download Uber and Lyft to my phone. I can't accept any money for this. I'm sorry. Because if I accept money for that and I don't have commercial insurance, then I'm breaking the law right now. I'm breaking the law. I gotta do free. I gotta drive people around for free. For real? You gotta drive. Yep. Uber and Lyft, man, they got these terms of services that people talk about. You can't do rides off app. You have to be on their app to do it. Uber and Lyft even says you can have your own private clients because they understand they can't take that right away from us as independent contractors. We're not your fucking employees. So therefore, you can't tell us to do things or what not to do. We're not your, we choose, just like in the terms of service, we engage with the app. The app does not engage with us. It says it right in their terms of service. Drivers engage with the platform. The platform does not engage with the drivers. Therefore, maybe I just don't feel like engaging with you motherfuckers today. Y'all see my phone, it's zeros all down it, zero straight down it. Because maybe I don't want to engage with the app. Maybe I want to do my private client. So I do my private client. Oh yeah. That's it. You finance a car for 7 years and your car is done at 3 years for 250,000 miles. I'm telling you, Greg, you're right. It's a fucked up business. Because the thing is, a lot of people don't realize we're not being paid for the depreciation on these vehicles. We're not. So how are we going to trade in a car in 3 years? We owe 4 more years of payments on it. It's got 250,000 miles on it. but we don't have $20,000 in cash laying around because we got to buy out the negative equity. Uber and Lyft are not buying the negative. They're not giving us compensation for the negative equity and putting into our vehicles. We have to make that negative equity on our own. We have to be smart enough to realize I'm getting negative equity. The more I drive this car, the worse it's going to get. So I need to have private clients. If I don't have private clients, I am not compensating myself for the negative equity. Uber and Lyft is looking at you like, well, you're the idiot to not rent from us. We don't care about your car having negative equity. That's not our problem. That's your problem as a business person. Your problem as an independent contractor that you have negative equity. So what do? You get smart and you say, maybe if I did less app rides, more private rides, there's less risk, less miles, more money, less negative equity. It's fucking perfect. Perfect. The apps don't want you to see that shit though. Oh yeah, and transmissions go out all the time. And that's why I tell people, one thing I do is, like today, I took my Escalade out and I ain't drove the Escalade in a while. The first thing I did was check all my fluids. I let the Escalade sit on the side of the house and run for about 20 minutes before as it was running, I thought it was charging up the battery. Oh no, the battery was completely dead. It was running off alternator the whole fucking time. But I'm washing the car, I'm drying it, I'm wiping the engine. It's running. I'm wiping the engine down, cleaning the engine up, making sure everything's good. It's nice and hot now. It's been running for like 20 minutes. The fan's been off and on. So I pulled the oil out. The oil was still kind of on the dipstick. So I know the oil is actually being picked up. It wasn't all the way up to the full mark because it shouldn't have been, because it's actually suction through the pump. I took out the transmission dipstick, bone dry. I'm like, it's been running for like 20 minutes, bone dry. So I go into the garage, get transmission fluid, pour it all in there. As it's still running, everything else like that, check it a few times. Now it's in the level where I can actually read it now. Now I can read it. So it's like, you got to do that shit because transmissions, the number one cause of expensive repairs is them damn transmissions, man. Transmissions. If engines will last you 300 to 500,000 miles. Transmission, anywhere from 70,000 miles to 160,000. Some people say, well, my transmission is still bone stock. Well, that's good. It's an anomaly. It happens. It's an anomaly. But most transmissions, it's going to go out before 200,000 miles because the little carbon discs and all the clutch pads and stuff like that, they just get shaved down. It's just normal. It's what it's supposed to do. Clutches stick together. The transmission is moving. When the clutch packs, when the hydraulic pressure pushes, the clutch pads that are moving, they finally hit and they scrape just a little bit. And every time they scrape just a little bit, it's sandpaper, a little bit. The lines start disappearing. Now it's flat, a little bit. Now it's metal to metal. Now you got a big fucking problem. So transmission, the pads are not lifetime. It's just like brake pads. They're supposed to go down. They're doing their job. So you just keep changing out your transmission fluid because within that fluid, all them little granules of sand turned into sandpaper. So now your fluid is going through your transmission and it's carrying all those little granules of sand. And as every time your transmission clutches are catching each other, that sandpaper with the clutch, it makes it go a lot faster now. So you got to keep changing your fluids all the time to keep that sandpaper at a minimum. It's going to be there no matter what, but to keep it at a minimum, change out your fluids, get another filter. The filter catches all that shit. It's like, man, our transmission cost and labor, it can go anywhere from about $3,000 up to $7,500 was the highest I've ever seen. $7,500 for transmission rebuild or just buy one and install one. $7,500 is a lot. The average, you're looking at around about $400 to $4,500, but I've seen it as low as about $3,000. But it's like, but even with those, it's like, it's the sideways transmissions, not the big rear wheel drives or the ones with the differentials and not differentials, but the transfer cases and shit like that. This is just a basic, front wheel drive with a transmission, just slap it onto the side of the engine. Those will still run you about $3,000 just for that. But for the big ones, you can look about $7,500, anywhere from $4,500 to $7,500. And it's like, man, them things is not cheap. And how many drivers do you know right now can open up their bank account or open up and say, I got $7,500 of free cash. Holy shit. I got $7,500 of free cash right now if I blew my engine and transmission. I ain't got shit to worry about. It's just sitting here. I ain't got nothing to do with it. All my bills are paid. Everything's good. It's just free money. $7,500, not a problem. If you driving on the apps and just the apps, you ain't got it like that. The apps make sure you ain't got it like that because they want you to rent from them. They want you to be ass out of money, be desperate. Because if you desperate, you're gonna take pigeon rides. If you desperate, you picking up every little popcorn ride you could take just to get over the hump. If you running around with $600-700 in your bank account to your name, at the age we're at, I got $600 in my account after all my bills. I got $600. At the age we're at, they know they got you. They're like, oh, you're desperate. If all you got is $600, oh, we could work the shit out of you. We could work you 80 hours a week because you're gonna go from $600, you're gonna go up to about 900, and after you pay your bills next, you go from 900 to about probably 1,500-1,600. Then all of a sudden, car repair. Now you all the way back down to fucking $200. You're like, shit. And it's cyclical like that. It's like, man, I just saw it, man. I was right there. I almost had $2,000 saved up. What happened? Motherfucking rear struts, my rotors, man, that shit ate up, man, like $1,800, man. I'm back to $200 now. Because the apps don't pay us enough to get ahead like that. But if you got private clients, you're not wearing and tearing your car like that. You're not beating your car up like that. If you got clients, you might go out a couple of times a week or whatever, and you're like, man, I just made $700 in like 3 rides. Like, jeez. That's it. What up, Bob? Big respect for our truckers. Stay safe on the road. Real shit, real shit. And it's like if you out there and you know already that you doing multiple trips all day, hitting brakes in, just like the other day. My neighbor even heard it. And this is the second time this has happened to me. I got in my BMW. The first time it happened, I was with a client. This time I was by myself. I got in my little BMW, 2019, immaculate car, immaculate. I leave my house. I'm maybe 2 blocks from my house. All I hear is, I mean, the loudest scrape. All of a sudden, you hear this loud ass whistle and this scraping and whistling. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm in the lane. I'm not in the curb lane. I'm in the lane next to the curb. So I pull over into the center lane. Everything stops. So I know it's not my engine. Otherwise, I would have kept doing it. So I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? Is it my transmission? Is it what the? As soon as I start, I let my foot off the brake. I'm like, oh shit. It's something in my car. Like it's something either in the wheels or it's in the transmission is grinding. Something is crunching like real hard. So I pull over. Eric calls me. Triple E. Triple E's like, hey, what's up, Jeff, man? What you up to? I said, dude, I just pulled over on the side of the road. Something's wrong with my car. Like I can hear loud ass crunching and loud ass scraping. I don't know what the fuck it is. And he's like, you need me to come down there? I said, no. I said, I'm like 2 blocks from my house. I said, so I'm just gonna shoot it back to the house real quick. He says, oh man, if you need me down there, I'll just shoot down there real quick. I said, no, man, it's all good, man. I'm cool right now. I don't know what it is. So I'm scared to move this car because if something snaps and breaks, I'm gonna shoot through traffic sliding down on my axles and shit like that. He's like, man, you better drive slow. I said, I know it. So I get off the phone with him. I'm looking out through my car. Don't find nothing. So I said, I just got to do it. Put it in reverse. I'm like, I'm tearing something up. This BMW is immaculate. Tearing something up. I back up and I say, you know what? I'm just going to fucking punch it. If the car explodes, whatever the fuck happens, it's going to happen. Whatever happens, is going to happen. Shoot down the street. I'm on Southern Avenue. Whoa! And all of a sudden, just it's loud. I'm like, what the? And I'm scared because I'm like, if the wheels or anything pop off, it's a lot of traffic. I'm done. So I shoot into the middle lane, still grinding and crunching, shoot around the corner. I'm flying up. My neighbor's across the street talking to his buddies. And he's like, as soon as I hit the corner, I see both of them like turn around like real fast. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, bruh, we heard that way around there. We was like, somebody's brakes are fucked up or somebody's car is like about to explode. He says, when I saw that BMW come around the corner, I was like, not Jeff. I was like, yeah. I said, that was me, motherfucker. I was scared as shit. I was pissed. I fly, and I got cars in my driveway. I fly in my driveway sideways, slam on fucking brakes. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this car. And he's like, dude, what's wrong with the car? I said, I don't know, man. So I go in the garage, I grab the jack. I said, well, I'm gonna turn everything off. I'm gonna go back outside, get the jack. Jamil calls as I'm jacking the car up. Jamil's like, hey, what's good, bro? I said, I don't know, man. Something's wrong with my fucking car. Because I was driving down the street and it's like grinding and crunching. And I'm like, dude, this shit was crazy. I said, so I'm gonna take the wheels off and see what's wrong with my car. So I get the wheel off, the front wheel, because that's where I heard it coming from. So I'm going back and forth, and you kind of hear something going. I'm like, it's either wheel bearing, it's the axle where the axle goes into the shaft, something's locked up or whatever like that. Or, like I said, this shit happened to me before. It was a fucking rock. A rock somehow got in between my rotor and the rotor shield. I shine my flashlight like this, and I saw this big ass rock just stuck in there. So I had to go get a screwdriver, push the shield, because the shield is like on there pretty tight. Push it as hard as I can, get a screwdriver from the bottom, pop the rock up and out. It hit the fucking top of the thing, fell to the ground. I mean, it was a pretty big rock, and it was a flat rock. So it was long, it was flat somehow, and it was like one from my yard. I drive through my yard when I get like, because I park my cars, man, I must have been leaving the yard. A rock must have got stuck in my tread. And as I was turning a corner or something like that, it must have like hit around in my wheel well and somehow bounced on the inside of my wheel and went right up into that little gap. And it shot into the gap because it was the same exact rocks I got in my front yard. And I was like, man, I was happy it was just a rock, because I was like, this is the second time this shit done happened to me. And I was like, I'm glad it was a rock, because if my car would have broke down, I mean, that car is immaculate. There's nothing wrong. I go to that car religiously. There's nothing wrong with it. But that dent cutting through my yard. But I got tons of concrete in the garage. So what I'm going to do is dig up all this shit in the front. And once I dig it all up, I'm going to lay concrete all the way out to the sidewalk. That way I don't got to drive through the rocks no more. So I'll be doing that. I'll be redoing my front yard here. I don't know, within the next month or two. Who knows? But I can't keep driving on them rocks. I can't keep doing it, man. The Uber broke my heart not getting Uber tattoo. I need a job chauffeuring strippers. Just man. Exactly. Without you, we can't eat. Real shit. Blinker fluid. Need more blinker fluid. Yeah, exactly. Man, but I was scared. I was like, dude, please don't let it be something wrong with my axles or my transmission. It wasn't my engine, because as soon as I stopped, the sound went away. I said, okay, my engine is good, which helps, because engine shit, I don't want to replace my engine yet. I'm happy with this engine. I think it's a B46, I believe, or the B48, one of the two. Now I get them confused. But I like this engine. It's a really good, strong engine, fast engine. But I was like, if it's my transmission, my wheel bearings, my axles, man, I hope it's that. I just hope it's that. It was fucking rock. I'm like, man. So, and I was on my way to the grocery store. So I finally got everything done and finally made it to the grocery store. I was like, dude, there's no way. So I got to the grocery store. Everything was all cool. Let me see. Oh, yeah. It's still windy out there. I see my canopies out there doing this. The canopies are kind of floating. It was like, oh, yeah. But yeah, man. So that's my story. That was my scary story the other day. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I'm not about to be replacing. And I never drive the Beamer. And that's why I tell people, the more you drive these cars, the more wear and tear happens. If that happens and I never even drive it, imagine the shit that happens when you drive in these cars all the time. All the damage that can happen, all the potential damage that can happen. And these apps aren't paying you for that. Luckily, I got a jack. Luckily, I got a whole garage full of equipment. So if anything goes wrong, I can just jack everything up. I have my air equipment outside, middle of the night. I'm out there. Fucking getting all the shit. I mean, that shit was like a pit crew. I slid into my driveway, like skirt, hit brakes, park, turn that shit off, jacked it up. Pop the wheel off. Like shit, I had all my equipment. Like right, I can go out there right now. That shit's probably charged at about 100. Because I keep it at 100 pounds of pressure because that's what it takes to get my lugs off. So I'm like, pop that shit. Now let's look. Let's do something. But yeah, man, it's like, y'all got to take care of these cars out there. Make sure you get some private clients. Private clients are your saving grace. A lot of people might think, well, I don't do enough volume. I don't stay busy enough. I don't stay busy. Trust me. The price you spend on repairing cars and everything is going to eat up every dime of profit you made being busy. The least amount of driving you could do for higher profits, less damage, less risk, less repairs. That's more money for other bills you got to take care of, more money for savings you can do. Because the moment you start saying, well, I'm driving nonstop, I'm driving like crazy, shit keeps happening. Man, I done went through 2 sets of tires. My brakes keep messing up. I done went through a transmission. My front suspension is going out. All because You're driving too much. There's way too much driving. Most of these cars were not made for high level driving. They were made for 12 to 15,000 miles a year. Rideshare is new. There is no company out there that makes cars specifically for a rideshare saying, we can warranty this car up to 300,000 miles. You can drive this car 15,000 miles in a month, and you ain't no car manufacturer out there. These cars are being used past their mechanical limits. All of them being used past their mechanical limits. Your warranty is done within the first year and a half of you driving. If you got a 50,000 mile warranty, you're probably done in the first year. You got a 60,000 mile warranty, done in the first year. You got a 100,000 mile warranty, maybe a year and a half, you're done. So in a year and a half, 100,000 mile warranty, you're done. But yet other people have cars, they keep them for 5 years and they run at about 12,000 miles a year. So they're at 60,000 miles when they trade it in. So they traded in with 60,000. You still got 40,000 miles left on warranty. And they've had the car for 4 years. Now, people have learned. Nobody wants our cars. These cars were not made for that. The rideshare apps, they don't pay you for that. They don't say, oh man, we're pushing you past the warranty in your first year and a half. That means you're gonna have a lot of expenses and repairs you got to come out of pocket for. Damn, we didn't think about that. Oh, they thought about it. They thought about it. Yeah, why aren't some of these private drivers hitting up their clients? Yeah, exactly. That's what we do. That's what we do, brother. Yeah, Toyota's probably the best. And the thing is, in Toyota, you know, they're probably the best warranty out or the best car on the market and everything like that. But when you got to actually get it repaired, you need a Toyota specialist. You can't just take it to any Joe Schmo and work on it. Honda's the same way. When I did and I talked about this on a live stream, I did a repair to a 2016 Honda Accord. Now, talk about this because it's real shit. Even on YouTube, people that are doing repairs on a 2016 Honda Accords say, this is the last one I will ever work on. Dealerships won't even touch them. They're the 2016 Honda Accord Sports. They don't want to touch them. I actually had one in my garage. And somebody said, I need the front struts done. Now, I gave a price. And they said, well, that price is too high. How about we agree on this? I didn't even want to do it. So I said, you know what? I don't really want to do it at that price, but I'm willing to help you out. But you're on the back burner. Like, you're not my high level client that I need to work on your shit like immediately because you already couldn't make my price. I will never touch another 2016 Honda Accord truck ever in my life. Now you see why dealerships won't touch them. Now you see why mechanics on YouTube won't even touch them. Those fucking struts are a pain to get out. Not only are struts a pain to get out, but the lower control arms, a bitch to get. You can't even get them things out. So it's like, no, I won't touch them again. Won't touch them. Will not touch them. I've worked on it once. Won't touch it again. Because it's like, the way they got these cars built, they make them almost like, it's not like a unibody, but it's like if one piece goes out, you have to replace everything because of that one piece, because all these parts support each other. They all counter each other. And it makes the performance really good. And you can tell when the performance is off because one of the parts went out, which makes the other parts go out almost immediately. So when you're bottoming out and you're doing it, you know, the struts are out, which means the lower control arms are out, which means all your bushings are shot. You're going to be like, well, shit, it's going to be expensive. So of course you replace all of that shit in one shot because it's one big labor. But if you don't have the money to do it one shot, you got to piece it together. Oh yeah, it can get pretty testy. It can get pretty testy. Yeah, that 2016 Sport, yeah. That right there, don't even touch them. Don't even touch them. If somebody says, hey, I got a 2016 Accord Sport and I need front struts and I need lower control arms, be like, you might want to try to find a dealership who's got some spare time on their hands. Ain't nobody touching that shit. Nobody, even a regular mechanic shop gonna look at that shit and be like, yeah, we don't have time for that. You might just want to consider trading that shit in. I mean, it's almost 10 years old. You might want to trade it in. You might want to salvage that shit out. It's almost a 10-year-old car. You don't want to put that much money into a 10-year-old car. It's like, yeah. I put about $4,000 into a Prius with about 280,000 miles 2 years ago. They thought I was crazy at the dealership. It's got another 50,000 miles since then, and it's still going. Oh yeah. Like I said, if you got the money to put into it, instead of buying a whole new car for $20,000, $30,000 just to get 50,000 miles, go spend $4,000. Spend $4,000. Why are you going to go out and buy a $20,000, $30,000 car, put 50,000, 60,000 miles on it, then trade it in when you could just $4,000 into the car you already got? You just save yourself like $20,000. I mean, it's like basic math. The shit's basic math. You just save yourself 20 grand by putting 4 grand into a car. Somebody else is like, oh man, I'm not putting 4 grand in this. I'm gonna go get another car. It's like, yeah. Yep, American cars should be easier to fix. Yeah, they should be. They should be. They're going to take out the spatula, smack that shit in the tail lights. Yeah. And that's the thing. I think and the funny thing is Mercedes are probably one of the easiest cars to work on because they're made like pit crew cars. I like working on Mercedes, but BMWs are probably close second between Chevys. Fords are getting worse. Fords, even when they had the Triton engines, doing the spark plugs and all that shit, you got to take the fuel rail off. You got to, just to get to the spark plugs, the fuel rail has to come off. All your fuel injectors got to come out. And then you got your coil packs, and then you get those off, and now you can get to the spark plugs. Just to change spark plugs, you got to take all that shit off the Triton motor. And I've done it before. And people be wondering, well, why do you charge like $450 for this? I'm like, do you know what I got to do? It's like I can go to my truck and I can look right through the side of the Jeep or through the big Chevy, and you can see all my spark plugs right there. I could just pull them right at the bottom, like doop, doop, doop. There I'm done. With the big truck, I think mine are right on top of each side of the V8. I'm like, it's easy to do. With a Triton motor, the shit's on top, fuel rail over everything. And it's like, they didn't make it how they should have made it. And that's what it makes it hard to work on. Oh yeah. That Prius is unbreakable. I saw a Prius on motherfucking Neptune. I was looking at the space station. I had my big ass telescope. So I was looking through my telescope. I saw a motherfucker with a Prius up on Neptune. Motherfuckers at the McDonald's drive-thru. I was like, damn, Priuses last forever. I had my telescope like, are you fucking kidding me? There's a Prius on Neptune. Check this shit out. Motherfuckers at the drive-thru. Yeah, I got a fucking $2 Uber Eats. Fucking Prius. That shit. That motherfucker Martians be like, we came down to the earth and the only thing we got was this damn Prius. They need that t-shirt. I went all the way to earth and all I got was this lousy Prius. Motherfucker, take that shit back to planet Gobazar. Whatever, motherfucker. Like that, the Prius will run on any planet. It's like you don't even need air or gas. That might just roll that shit down the hills. Like I got my Prius. Motherfucker Uber Eats. Like, man, Mercedes can't even get close to BMW. I think Mercedes brakes are like the easiest brakes I've ever done because the Mercedes brakes, especially on the S classes of like the 420s and stuff, you don't have to take the calipers off. So what you do is you got these pins in the top and you pull the pins out and you got these little retaining clips. Take the retaining clips out, you get a little flat ass screwdriver and you just kind of wiggle it back and forth. And now you take each brake pad out like a toaster oven. You just pull them straight out the top. There's two little bitty ass pads. It's like pull it right at the top. You can press the caliper back in there further. So once it gets off, you just drop the new ones down in like a toaster. You slide the pin back through. You put the little retaining clip on there. Dude, you're done. You never have to take off the damn rotors. I mean, the calipers. It's like, dude, this shit's too easy. All right, Abby, get it. Yeah, I know it. You be safe out there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end this live stream too because I gotta get up early. My client already hit me up like, you gonna be there, right? I'll be there. So I gotta go grab me something to eat real quick, man. I gotta give me something to eat. So it's 11:30 right now, 11:30 at night. But I just wanted to show you guys basically how I was gonna make these shirts. I'm gonna knock this shirt out as I got my dinner going real quick. I'm gonna have this shirt processed and have it made. And that'll be my template for making the next few shirts I got to make. So this one will be done tonight. I'll have it all laid out perfectly how I want it to be laid out. And tomorrow, if I make a video tomorrow, I'll show you guys how the new, like I said, these are the 2024 protest shirts. You'll see the 2025 protest shirts and be like, oh, that's sick. Valentine's Day. Oh, thank you, Javi Hav, my brother. And so we'll end up doing that tomorrow. So hopefully, we got to push this out there. Let riders know. This is 2 years in a row we've done a protest on Valentine's Day. The professor has organized it 2 years in a row. We got to let riders know. Do not be scared to walk up and talk to a driver. Don't be scared. You might get a private driver, have some of the best private clients out there, less miles, more money in your pocket. The community keeps the money where it is. And every time you have an event, all the money's leaving in Uber and Lyft's pocket. And, every time you have an event, at your high school for the high school football games. That money should be for that community. Uber is coming to high school football games, got everybody Uber and Lyft, and taking money away from all these high school kids and all these families and shit, not putting no money back into the system. Private drivers, we keep the money in that community where that high school is. When they're using us, we're there. We're there. We got to get rid of Uber and Lyft, man. Get that shit out of there. So, oh yeah, Chris, man, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. And like Chris said earlier, everybody start texting your clients. Start sending, hey, Happy New Year. Just making sure, all your service, your ride service needs are met. If you guys need to get to and from the airport, don't forget. If you guys want to go out for Valentine's Day, don't forget about me. Oh, we were just looking for your number. We lost your number. Man, I'm so glad you text. We lost your phone number. I cleared out my text messages. You don't know what happens to people. Look at me. I'm on my fucking third phone in the past few months because of that shit that happened at AT&T. And I lost all my contacts. It's somebody out there who you got in your phone who has either a new phone or they don't have your contact information. You need to text these people to make sure you think they're not reaching out to you because they don't need a ride. Maybe they're not reaching out to you because they don't even have your number no more. Reach out to people. Let people know, hey, just making sure, and sit down for an hour, 2 hours, and market. Marketing departments make money for a reason. You got to be your own marketing department. Sit there. Be like, you know what? I'm going to go through if you write them on a sheet of paper right now, I'm going to call all these people. Write them on a sheet of paper. Put a check mark next to their name. If that's somebody who don't want you as a private driver or they didn't answer their phone, put a line to them. Say, you know what? They never text me back. They don't want a private driver. Line to them. Get them out of your phone or some shit. But go through your whole list and make sure you know how you're going to get your money, because 2025 is how we're going to get this money. Oh, yeah, brother. Oh, yeah. Good night, brother. Get ready for packs tomorrow morning. Let's go on today. Get all private rides we can. Don't use Uber or Lyft. Oh, yeah, we doing it, brother. We doing it. Like I said, I got my early morning appointment. But after that, we on, brother. We on. We going to get it going, brother. I got to text message Daniel to see exactly what's all going on for tomorrow. Because like I said, with my private client at that time, we're going to make sure we work everything out. But we going to get it together, man. And thank you for helping out drivers, man. I was talking about you earlier about that in the live stream. Appreciate you stepping up and helping out the community. Because pretty soon we're gonna try to move this around to other cities, y'all. We got plans. Let us work on some loopholes and see what we can do. All right, Bentley, man, y'all be easy out there, brother. Thank you again for tuning in to another live stream. Hopefully, I'll drop another one in the next couple of days. I'm trying to do a live stream. Like I said, I wasn't doing them as much, but now I'm back on doing live streams. So within the next couple of days, I'll be dropping a live stream. And as always, sponsored by PAX. That's where it's at. They trying to help us out, y'all. They standing up for drivers. So let's get out there and get this done. And thank you, Professor Torsten. Appreciate you, brother. I'm getting on your shit, man. I'm getting on your order, brother. I'm gonna have these shirts out to you. Hopefully within the next couple of days, I'll have them all shipped out to you. That way you can get them out to your people. Everything will be great, brother. All right, Greg. Hey, thank you. Oh yeah, man. Man, these live streams, we get it in. We get it in over here. We do it. This is the barbecue, man. We pump each other up. Text your people tonight, Greg. Text your people tonight. Let them all know you're still out there driving.